Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is Tuesday evening, and Kendrick Lamar still has not responded to push ups by Drake. Okay. I said I was going to give him until yesterday at 12 noon. And then I said, let me wait. I got things to do. And, here I am this evening. To say that Kendrick Lamar is washed would be unfair. That would be unfair. To say that Kendrick Lamar, his tank is on empty, that might be trolling a little bit too much. However, I do want to, jump out the window and say he might be pussy on the trigger. It's an old saying from the 90s, okay? Drake, if you ask me, has not only won the battle, but he has won the war. I'm so up to speed with regards to the AI tracks. No, the track that you guys heard, that's not Kendrick, that's AI. There's another track with supposedly with Drake going at Kendrick's wife, that's AI. However, Drake is on, he posted on his storyline, a little emoji, a turtle, is saying, is it going to happen today? Asking about Kendrick Lamar's response track. Now, this is still the trending topic. Never mind Iran and Israel. We'll get back to that another day, okay? Drake, I think he's got, I'm pretty sure he's got maybe 2 more clips ready to go. Kendrick Lamar, I went to his IG page. He doesn't post on Instagram. He hasn't posted on YouTube in over a year. Is he one of those people who thinks that, he can just come out whenever he feels like it? No, it's a different day and time. It's a different day and time. So are you patiently awaiting? Yes, you are. Me, an older man, I don't really care. However, I do want to say that formulas in the industry of music are still the same. The rollouts are different. Technology has advanced things. You guys are very much, in real time. But the formulas of music are very, very much the same as how they used to be. So with that being said, I want to take a little time to talk about the control verse that Kendrick Lamar, put out years ago with Big Sean and Jay Electronica, for those of you who know your history. And I got a source here, Rolling Stone magazine. The 9 ways that Kendrick Lamar's control verse changed the world. I think it's important that we go back, because understanding where we are now and why Kendrick Lamar caught the props that he did once upon a time, I think it's the right thing to do. Again, I'm not saying he's washed. I'm not saying his tank is on empty, but I think Drake has won the war and the battle, okay? Number 9, out of the 9 ways that Kendrick Lamar's control verse changed the world, okay? It's one of the most important rap moments, okay? While Control was serviced to radio stations, it did not appear on Big Sean's Hall of Fame album, nor was it sold on iTunes or Amazon as a standalone track, okay? Number 8, it ended the conversation about which TDE member was the best, okay? Once upon a time, Kendrick was not the unanimous favorite for those who know about Top Dog Entertainment, their roster, and so on and so forth, okay? Number 7, hip-hop's circa 2010 class, they started rapping again, because prior to that, you had some things that were just more so, I guess, taking the culture into a direction that wasn't really hip-hop. I'll just say that, okay? But you can Google this list yourself and do more research. Number 6, rappers started naming names, okay? In the era of subliminal shots, when Jay-Z and Drake seemed more than content making lyrical blind items about their rivals, Control stood out. That's a fact. Number 5, Kendrick challenged directly his peers. And before that, before, again, the control verse on Big Sean's, song, most of the rivals were not necessarily top-tier rappers, okay? Number 3, it cemented the legacy of producer No ID. You should know who he is if you know hip-hop, okay? Number 3, it made a lot of people not want to hear a song like I from Kendrick Lamar, okay? And number 2, it marked a generation's growing pains. And the number one way that it changed hip hop. The best rappers at that point in time then had to defend their crowns. So, again, going back there and understanding why people are so waiting on Kendrick, wondering if he's still got what it takes. I think that's important to know, okay? Also, let me acknowledge someone who gave a great breakdown. Let me get his name right. Hold on a second. This young man who I have paid attention to. Big Ant the Spokesman. Troll Babies, you guys know who Big Ant the Spokesman is. His platform, Urban Politicans TV. Pardon me. Urban Politicans TV. Big Ant the Spokesman. If you're not up to speed, go to his platform. He did a great breakdown of everything and where we are thus far, okay? All right, so that's my show this evening. And maybe I should just ask you guys, did Drake win the war? I don't know what Kendrick Lamar is going to do, if he can do anything. I do want to also point out his control verse. For those who really know, rappers and lyrics and so on and so forth. When I heard it years ago, I said, wow, that sounds like he really, paid attention to cannabis. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Cannabis. Kendrick Lamar. I'm not saying he stole his flow, but cannabis was that guy for a very, very short period of time, but he had some phenomenal mixtapes. He never popped off, mainstream wise, but he used to say some really incredible shit, man. But I just want to point that out there just to give you a little context about my thoughts about Kendrick Lamar and if he can or when he does respond. Okay. Also, guys, showrunner. Let me take a sip and get my head right here. Ohio man shoots and kills Uber driver. Did you guys see the video? Did you see the video? Oh, you can see it. It's crystal clear. I have no proof, but I think that may have been Mammy. Mammy who got caught trying to scam. O'Fay. Now, O'Fay is an old term for white folk. O'Fay came out in the video. You can see him. It looked like it was either some type of 22 or it may have been the Dirty Harry special. Mammy, who's backing up, help. O'Fay gets to trying to grab the phone because you can hear him say, give me the phone. Now, clearly, she don't want to give up the phone. And ultimately, respectfully, this whole quagmire or clusterfuck caused her life. I'm not saying, well, actually, I'm going to say a lot of crazy shit here, but I have no proof. 61 years of age, condolences to her family, of course, but listen, I got a job to do, and it's called media, okay? Out in Ohio, for those who don't know, Clark County to be precise, 81-year-old William Brock, he shot her and killed her, 61 years of age, Lolitha Hall, that was her name. Now, don't be fooled by the picture that you may see where she's got the wig and she's looking like one of the Supremes. No. No, in the video, she has some type of blowout. Shit look crazy, and she's walking like Fred Sanford. Now, you see, that's what made me say, well, why would she get out of her vehicle and then go knock on O'Fay's door? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Why would she go knock on the door? Supposedly, O'Fay, William Brock, and I'm going to say free my nigga William Brock, supposedly he was being scammed, some part of it, an elaborate plot. People called him on the phone. They needed $12,000. They're going to send a car to pick up the money, one of his relatives. This is how this whole thing came about. You can go to TMZ and other platforms. And supposedly they called her, Lolitha Hall, whoever was behind this scam, and they sent her. Or was she down with the bullshit, troll babies? Mammy is the ultimate scammer. I don't give a fuck how you feel. And in the right, or when she get caught up in a situation, what does she say? I swear to God, it's not me. Well, he shot her, and you hear him shooting her. And again, he says, "Give me the phone." Now she doesn't want to give up the phone, and he says, "I'll shoot you in the head." So at some point, he did shoot her. Again, condolences to the family. But my question to you: do you think she was scamming? The media is trying to point this out as racism, white supremacy. I don't know. Again, why did she go to his door? If you're an Uber driver, right? Wouldn't you pull up and say, "I'm outside," or would you call someone to help me out? Wouldn't you call or whatever you're doing, Uber, I'm outside? Why would you go to the door? That's the bullshit, huh? Phone lines open right now, guys. Hang on a second. Let me make sure I'm all set up and situated here. A little bit later, I want to talk about my personal life, okay? Something happened and I had to slow down, and I did. And the situation with my gym that I just joined in the Emerald Isle, North Carolina area, we worked it out. And salute to Dana with the data, because Dana had to pull me back and say, you might be doing too much. But we'll talk about that later, okay? All right, and also, if you guys saw G. Depp, his interview on Art of Dialogue, let's talk about this guy who I met twice. I'm going to say salute to G. Depp, and if there's anything I can do for him, man, I would be more than happy to. A man amongst men. He sat himself down for 13 years over a body he could not live with, what he had done. So I think we should at least put that on the table and discuss here this evening, okay? All right, phone lines open. I'm not sure if Florida Boy Jay is tapping in tonight. I do want to be informed by some of you who feel different, or if you have some insight. Hang on a second with regards to Drake, Kendrick Lamar. Phone lines are open. Area code 516. Good evening. Are you there on a Tuesday? Talking about Drake, calling out Kendrick Lamar. Man. How are you, sir?
What's going on, man?
Drake.
Let's get right to it. You see,
Kendrick Lamar.
You see what Ross doing, right?
Yeah.
Trashing your white boy real quick.
Yeah.
Got him on the roast. Roasting his jet, says from 1978. All sorts of funny shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, that young boy can't play with that grown man, even if he got more. He lived longer than him.
I personally like the Rick Ross response. I think that
for real,
bar for bar, he got Drake on that. But it seems like most people are not really looking to that feud. That they respect what Rick Ross does. He's trolling. He's even talking about the nose job, yada yada yada. But now, Go ahead. What's up with Kendrick?
So the thing with Ross, though, now, I mean, he a ball master. A lot of people ain't gonna say I'm 43, so I've been around a little minute.
Yeah.
So they not gonna admit it, but Drake can't play with him when it comes to them bars. I guarantee he not gonna win with Drake, but everybody better pay attention because the game coming.
Mm-hmm.
He not feeling Kendrick, so I get all over.
I'm sorry, did you say game, Jayceon Taylor?
You heard what I said. Yep.
No, sir. I didn't hear what you said. Game is coming?
The game, Jayceon. Yeah, the game. Remember I said it. He angry. Listen, I got you, Star. Let me put the education on it.
Tell us, please.
Let me put the education on it.
Please.
All right, so you got the game down with Aftermath, got sent to the side because of Sith. I'm from Southside, so let's get to that too. But anyhow, so he throw him to the side. Kendrick will come down with Aftermath, la, la, la. Now he the big fish. Now you get thrown on Super Bowl. Hold on, I'm the game. I saw more than him. I was a bigger impact than him. How the fuck he get all the light? Hold on, Dre.
Please watch the F-bomb, sir. You're doing good. Just watch, sir, watch the F-bomb. You're doing good.
Oh, please. Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
So hold on. I live down the block from Drake. That's my homeboy now. You heard what I said?
Go ahead.
I said, so game like, hold on. I live down the block from Drake. That's my homeboy. Y'all gonna push me to the side when I'm the king of Compton? I'm the real ball master of Compton? Nah, B. I'm about to roast Kendrick. I don't be surprised when we come out with something going at Kendrick, but he riding with Drake. And Ross gonna beat Drake. Drake gonna have to play with them other little boys and Future in them that's a little bit under him. But Ross could buy anything Drake could buy. So I don't see what Drake think he about to pull. His black side ain't coming out. All that calling people racist, see, that's the white coming out of him. That's why you can't be having these. So sometimes mixed kids, they be all over.
Well, hang on, sir. I have to jump in because I'm still waiting to hear how the game is coming out. Or is this just your hypothetical,
No, I'm just telling you the facts of it. He's mad mainly because Dr. Dre pushed him to the side.
Right. But where did Game state this? You're saying this is a fact.
Oh yeah, he spoke. He spoke.
Oh,
He spoke on the Kendrick part. He just talking lightly.
okay. And
He ain't get deeply into it
he
yet.
said,
But
"I'm coming with smoke for Drake." What did he say?
nah, he said basically, I'm riding with Drake. That's my homeboy. La la la. You know how the game be.
So you're confused me. He's riding with Drake, not Kendrick?
That's what I said. I just gave you the science on why.
Okay. And Game is coming at Kendrick. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. That's what it ain't start yet, but that's exactly. Hold on, your whole thing just muted. I didn't hear you say that again.
I'm listening, sir. I'm not following you. But go ahead and finish up, please.
Yeah, so he mad. The game, he don't care. He's the king of Compton. He not gonna let young Kendrick Lamar take his spot. That's the bottom line.
Got you. I thank you for the call, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. I couldn't follow him. I just
What's good? What's good? Chilling, man. Chilling. What's good?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could. To be honest, I think people was trolling you. It all looked perfect to me. I'm like, are they trolling
I've
Star?
got some issues with YouTube. I'll worry about that later. I just want to have this discussion. Okay, so are you up to speed on what's going on with all the AI tracks? Drake, Kendrick hasn't responded yet. Where are you? Bone doing work.
Yeah, most def. I stay up to date with hip hop super heavy. Yeah, where I'm with it, because I think the original question was like, why hasn't Kendrick responded? Um, I mean, the guy always just takes a long time to put out any type of music. And I think the other question obviously is like, who do you think is getting it right now? Right now, Drake got it. Drake got it right now at this very moment. But I don't think the war is finished. I think this is like a round one. But at the moment, Drake got it right now.
Okay. Does Kendrick Lamar have anything left in his tank? I mean, I gave the whole rundown of why his control verse was so important, and he earned his. Let's not act like he didn't get it out the mud. But does he have anything left, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, this is like Hollywood. So they've been saying Kendrick had a track for years, and what that translates to me is Kendrick done had a secret for years. So he probably has something on Drake that none of us know. That seems to be what wins these beefs nowadays. If we're not talking about fighting and violence, seems to be who exposes who more. And Kendrick probably got a lot of exposing to do on Drake. I just hope for Kendrick's sake, and I'm not rooting for either one. I'd probably lean more towards Kendrick if I had to root for any of them.
Mm-hmm.
But for Kendrick's sake, it better not be no ghostwriting allegations, because the fans ain't dropping Drake over that at this point. It don't seem like anybody care anymore.
Well, if I can just say this in response to what you just said, having things on people, that's one thing, but how you execute it is something different. I've seen battle rappers. I've seen them get into the goddamn ring or on the stage, pull out paperwork. This person's a rat, this person, but they don't execute it well. And the audience is like, okay. So what could he have on Drake that is so detrimental? I
I mean, I'm not even in Hollywood or the game to even know, but you know what I'm saying? It's just an idea I'm throwing out there. What he probably has something on Drake, because like I said, everybody's been saying he has a song on Drake, and that translates to me like, I got a little secret about you. And when it comes to like the delivery, yeah, he could deliver it cold, but think about this with the Drake song. Like, people are saying they're not even calling this like the finisher. You know why? Because Drake didn't expose nothing. He just gave him some bars. If he would expose Kendrick,
you didn't think the bars were crafted very well, even if he didn't write
No,
them.
I did. Yeah, I thought it was a good song. But I didn't feel like it was a kill shot. I thought it was a good song, though. I definitely thought it was a good song, but it wasn't a kill shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like that was like a jab to the chin, like some light on Kendrick.
Okay. So how much more time are you going to give Kendrick Lamar to respond before you say, yo, he lost, he's washed? I mean,
Man, to be honest, he should have responded faster than Rick Ross did. Now I've been telling my friends like, man, forget Kendrick and Drake. It's Rick Ross and Drake now. It's Rick Ross versus Drake. I don't even care about Kendrick and Drake no more. I'm on the Rick Ross versus Drake. Like that, I think that's the fight right now. Kendrick, he should have. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care about hearing his song no more. I want to hear Rick Ross and Drake go at it at this point. I think Rick Ross stole the beef.
Okay.
They're the ones going at it on social media right now.
Okay. Let me ask you about this showrunner, the Ohio man who shot and killed the 61-year-old black woman. Did you see the video? Bone Don't
Yeah,
Lie?
I did. Yeah, but I saw like an edited version. I know there's like a longer version, but they edited out on the news,
Mhm.
obviously for like
But you know
you
the
know.
story, yes? You know the story?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
From what I knew about it, they said that the lady had got hacked and he got also hacked. So like a hacker was basically playing a game on both of them. So she was getting hacked. She didn't even have to be there, and he was getting hacked on.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that she was just not in the know? A 61-year-old
Yeah,
hang on. 61-year-old black woman got out of the car, went to knock on the door. Since when do Uber drivers get out of the cars and go knock on your door? Don't they send a text message or call you?
Um, I think she was doing a Uber deliveries, is what they stated. Like a Uber, like she was like there to drop off or pick up something.
No, no, no,
It
no,
wasn't
no,
like a
no, no,
Uber
no, no,
Uber.
no, no, no. She was there to supposedly pick up a package. The money
Yeah,
that the supposed scammer told this 81-year-old man to get. But again, hang on a second. I've never experienced, I mean, I don't use Uber like that, but an Uber driver getting out of the car. I mean, if it's Uber Eats, yeah. But to pick up a package, wouldn't they say, I'm outside, bring out the package? I'm just asking.
yeah. I mean, when it comes to packages, I've had people actually like ring the doorbell to like let me know it's there. But you see, I've never had someone pick up something from my house, so I guess that's a little different.
Very
But
different.
definitely when it comes to them driving, like if they were like being a taxi for me, I've never had them at my door. But
Okay.
the lady seemed innocent, in my opinion. She seemed innocent, in my opinion. I didn't. It didn't seem like she.
R.I.P. Yeah. Condolences. Okay. Hey, man,
And
good
the
to talk to you. Keep me posted, man, because I'm looking for, the input of younger people with regards to this Kendrick, Drake feud. I do want to see Kendrick Lamar come back. I was hoping he would have responded by yesterday, but here we are. It's Tuesday. I think his gangster's on trial. But go ahead and finish up.
yeah, man, Kendrick. He part of that class of hip hop where like they're really too cool for school, and he almost too cool to even diss back on anybody else's timing. He gonna diss back when he wanted this back. That's
All right.
Kendrick Lamar for you.
Okay.
But yeah, there's one thing I was gonna mention. I was gonna send you a link, but I didn't even know if I should do that. But there's like a potential a potential serial killer in Milwaukee. There's a girl, Sadie
Killing
Robinson.
who? Killing who?
Black women or just people around Milwaukee.
Yeah, can you send me that? And let's get back to
I
that. I'm,
got you. I
I'm,
got
I'm
you. I
focused
got
on
you.
Kendrick and
I
Drake.
got yeah. Sidetrack. All right, peace out, man. Have a good night.
Talk, yeah. A serial killer in Milwaukee. Well, ain't nobody got time for that. I watched a movie recently. Samuel L. Jackson. Anybody seen that movie? That was trash. Supposedly he was a cop, a serial killer. That was trash. Jamal, I got your donation. Star, please take time to watch the new Dune movie. I saw that, sir. That was trash. Yeah, that was trash, man. But thank you. Thank you for your donation. I spoke about that already, okay? Lenice, I got your donation. Okay, so Photo Boy J says he's gonna tap in. Okay. Keep me posted. Oh, guys, we have to talk about the mayor of Atlantic City, Marty Small. Whew. Wow. the mayor of Atlantic City, he and his wife have been charged with beating their daughter, or he supposedly, allegedly, beat his daughter unconscious with a broomstick. Okay, let's go to area code 267. Good evening. Are you there? We're talking about Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Late Speed, 267. Yes, no, maybe in
Hello?
5. Yes. Good evening.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, Star.
Hey, baby.
I just want to say one thing to you. Listen, the Uber driver, he does come to your door. I wanted to send a package to my daughter, and he came to the door, rung the bell, and was like, I'm here for the packages, and I gave him the packages. I took a picture of him, and he went on down the steps. So they do come to your door.
Okay.
Okay?
Did you see
and
this?
I live in Philadelphia, so I just want to let you know
Well,
that.
stay with me. Did you see the story? Did you see the woman
Yes,
begging?
Yes, I did.
Begging Ofe, help. Come on.
I saw it. But I just wanted to call and tell you that. Thank you so much.
No, baby, don't rush. Hey,
yourself.
stay with me. Don't rush. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. So so you think he was just a deranged white man? He woke up and said, I want to shoot a black person, and here she comes walking like Fred Sanford. She could barely walk. She was a threat?
No, I kind of think that was an accident. I don't think he intentionally meant to kill her. I really don't.
Okay. Did you hear the audio? Hear the audio?
No, I didn't hear the audio. I just read it on the internet.
Okay. So you giving Ofe a pass, then, is what you're saying. It was an accident.
Well, I mean, so much is happening now. Who's to say? Like, I don't know. I'm not going to really judge anybody.
Right. Okay. I thank you for the call, darling. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Take care. God bless you.
Bye. God bless you too, baby. Blade, I got your donation. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Did Drake have a nose job, Blade? I don't know. Okay. We have one person that says Uber drivers do go to your door to pick up packages. Well, that woman was screaming for help. Okay, she wouldn't let go of the phone. I'm not sure about whether she was or wasn't down with the scamming, but he has been arrested. Area code 917. Good evening. Are you there? Tuesday, talking about Drake calling out Kendrick Lamar.
Peace, Star.
Peace. How are you, sir?
Yeah, man. I'm just waiting for Drake to go crazy. He definitely got his first Infinity Stone. I don't know if you remember, I called last week trying to give Cole a pass. I stand corrected.
Okay.
He's puss. Drake is doing the damn thing.
Right.
Right now, Rick Ross is just having a money competition.
Right.
You can't do that with Drake. He's worth $250. You worth $1. What are we doing? And it seems, I don't know why. I don't know if you noticed Rick Ross live. He's been talking like Birdman's going broke. I don't know if you peeped that.
Well, listen, those two have always had issues. Yes, Rick Ross and Birdman.
Yeah, I don't know if they had issues, but I don't think they're so friendly. You know, they're passive aggressive.
Okay. I'll agree with that. Go ahead. I'll agree with that.
But I think a lot of people, I hear a lot of people talk about ghostwriting. Nobody cares anymore. We got Gunna, he snitched.
Facts.
All those old rules
don't
take place in today. I don't care if Drake had 30 ghostwriters. If he's talking crazy, he's talking crazy. It is what it is.
We want a hot track. Yeah.
If it's a hot track, it's a hot track. Nobody's looking up who produced it. We don't get CDs with all the information anymore. This is all digital. Instagram, social media is quick.
Great point.
So right now, it's definitely taking an L for his slow response or lack thereof. And I don't know what the other caller was talking about game. The game's inserting himself into
my
this?
God. hang on, sir. Listen, I like to hear people's different opinions. You know, it's late night. We're all, just relaxing, smoking, drinking, whatever other people do.
I'm gonna take some of your advice. I'm gonna take some of your advice. You gotta cut the short shit short.
Right.
As soon as he mentioned game, I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? We're talking about Kendrick, Drake, and Rick Ross.
Yeah.
But only thing I give Rick Ross props of right now, I don't know if you noticed, he put the diss track on streaming platform, so you could actually go download it now.
I did see that. Yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm.
So, I think Rick Ross, with his history, calling Drake a white guy when he's a former CEO after what 50 did, I wouldn't be surprised if 50 and Drake came out with an EP this Friday.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised because, I don't know if you heard the little jab Drake doing there saying, they got me rhyming like 50. And as we all know, 50.
The hater misses nothing, sir. I caught it. Yeah.
And I said, just with 50's attitude towards his enemies, I wouldn't be surprised if he came out. Him combining with Drake, this will put him on another level he hasn't been on since 2004.
Yeah.
Why not? It makes sense. It's definitely going to be a payday for both of them.
Okay.
So I think this is playing out very weird.
This is what hip hop needs. It's what we need right now.
It is what we need right now. Nobody cares about what's going on in the place that should remain nameless. So we want the bullshit.
Iran, Israel. Ain't nobody scared. Nobody's scared.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Hey, is Iran pussy? How do you send in 300 missiles and then you say, nah, we've moved on? You moved on? Huh? Look, anyway, come on.
I don't think they moved on, but that's a whole nother topic. But I think a lot of people are sleeping on Drake for some reason. Like, this guy hasn't consistently been putting out the bars for at least a decade. I don't know where
the Jew is up, sir. Drake. The Jew is up. Let's keep it real. The Jew's up.
Nah, he is up. He's going to have to fend for himself. He's going to have to eat what he could kill. Yeah. But you saw what he did to Meek. You saw what he did to a lot of your favorite rappers. And then it seems like the catalyst for Rick Ross to jump out the window was French Montana. So you're jumping out the window for French Montana? Yeah. Right. Like, Rick Ross he just finished his bag with Drake to save face with French Montana. Who cares about French Montana? Keep on getting that feature money with Drake.
Hey, hold on a second. You sound like somebody who's in the know. What's going on with Future? How did Drake and Future fall out? That I miss. How'd they fall out?
Apparently, it's over one of these Instagram hoes. I'm not sure which one, but it is what it is. In this day and age in hip hop, they're not crashing out over real beef. They're crashing out over high mileage women.
Over bitches, yeah. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Peace, y'all.
Yes, sir. Peace. Okay. All right. Guys, I have sponsors to promote. Thank you for your patience. We were having some type of issue with YouTube. I don't give a fuck. tossandslice.com, one of my sponsors that has returned. Okay, and guys, if you're in the Atlanta area, okay, go there. You can get yourself a free pizza. Free pizza. Hold on a second. The code, okay? Just use the code STAR REPORT to redeem a free pizza with the purchase of a equal or lesser pizza pie, okay? Tell them I sent you, please. Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, I got your donations, sir. Are you tapping in? We're talking Drake. We're talking Kendrick. I'm saying Drake won the war. It doesn't matter what Kendrick releases at this point because he's going to fight an uphill battle. Elvis, do you want to come up, sir? If not, thank you for your support as always. Okay, 661 is on the line. Hang on a second. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience. Who am I speaking to? 661.
Hey, how's it going, Mr. Terrain? This is Alex.
Alex, how are you, man? Thank you for tapping in, sir.
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Just wanted to tap in and point out that I agree with your analysis of the cannabis comparison to Kendrick Lamar. I didn't think about that before.
Thank you. Because if I would have said that years ago, you don't know what you're talking about. It sounds like, was it round 2? Was it cannabis knockout round 2? I'll Google it. Yeah, he borrowed from cannabis, and that's fine. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, most definitely, most definitely. I mean, that's a comparison I didn't think about before, but now that you said it, it's definitely, even like Drake and LL Cool J. I mean, Drake today is a pop star, and he's essentially, I mean, he doesn't have to do any of this, but he's doing it obviously for the fan service,
Yeah, hang on.
So,
it's called Second Round KO by Cannabis, and you see again, I'm too old to know every little fucking detail about the lyrics of the rappers today, who produced what, the song. No, but the formulas are still the same. I worked at record labels for over 13 years. So yeah, I heard Cannabis in Kendrick Lamar's Control verse, and I said, wow, he listened to Cannabis, and that's fine. He even borrowed a line in the Control verse from Dr. Dre, Always Into Something, when he said you can get in the pickup until you something with the suck the dick up and the hiccup. He flipped it a little bit, but that's fine because he was influenced by NWA. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, one thing, about Kendrick Lamar, and I'm out here in California.
Okay.
I'm in LA County.
Okay.
I mean, everybody loves Kendrick, but I'll tell you one thing, man. All the clubs that I'm in, whether it's downtown, whether it's Pasadena, whether it's like Boyle Heights, like wherever I'm at in LA, it's nonstop Drake songs. So it's kind of different, It's like everybody that cares about hip hop, of course, they're gonna go with Kendrick and the Drake stuff. I mean, he doesn't have to do this, but I mean, it's entertaining. So I'm just glad it's happening. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm I was in high school when all these guys were going on.
Stay with me. You're born and raised in the West, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not trying to clown Kendrick. I don't know what he's got left in the tank, if anything. Do you think, with your knowledge and expertise, does he have still what it takes? Because he lives in Bel Air.
Yeah.
I think he lives in a home that's like worth $15 million, beautiful wife and kids. He ain't rolling through Bumpton like he used to.
Most definitely not.
So where's he gonna pull from to really clap back, or is it just within him? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you got artists. I mean, this is a little irrelevant, but you got artists like Eminem that have been inside, and they still find the creativity. So maybe Kendrick's coming at it from that perspective. I'm not quite sure.
Good point.
But I think does he have enough in the tank? I think so, to make a good diss song. In terms of like career comparison, it's just two different types of careers.
Well, listen, Kendrick Lamar is well worth the acknowledgement. I'm not trying to say he's some type of fluke or what have you, but he comes from a tree of people that really did get it out the mud, man. And whether they were from LA or not, and other different places, so he has a big load on his back because California is looking at him, yes, as a whole.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, I mean, once that last album came out, I mean, everybody was all over, and I'm a musician in the LA scene, so it was even bigger out there, But I think now that this is happening, everyone is cheering for him. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he gets it together and comes back with a good diss track. But I mean, Drake got him, man. I mean, that was a good diss.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Phone lines are open. It seems like we're somewhat sort of back on track. There was an issue with YouTube. I don't know. I am here to talk my talk nonetheless. Guys, again, salute to Big Ant, the spokesman. I like to acknowledge the younger generation when they put that work in. Urban Politicians TV. He did a great breakdown of everything that's going on thus far. Check him out. Even tell him I sent you. He may or may not care, but Big Ant, the spokesman, okay? In case you're just now joining me, Drake has called out Kendrick Lamar. He posted something on his stories on Instagram, a little turtle sign. Wonder, is today the day? The white boy is ready. Hold on a second. Here's something I want to throw at you guys. Might Kendrick Lamar be more focused on the fact that Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar's Like That became the first hip-hop song since Drake's Nice for What to spend its first 3 of a release at #1 on the Hot 100? I mean, it's all a numbers game. Might that be the main focus? Well, sometimes you can't do too much and then derail what you're working on. Okay, hang on a second. Wait a minute. There he is. Florida boy Jay, thank you for tapping in, sir. Good evening.
Nigga, what's going on? What's going on, man? Listen, man. For the last couple of times we talk about this topic, I sit back, I let callers call in, I try to see if any real niggas is tapping in.
Okay.
And all I hear to me sounds like either biracials, a nondescript, colorless people who are visitors of the culture who got on thong sandals and OBO crop tops calling in and disrespecting the culture, talking about nobody cares if they write this. We just want a hit song. We just want to twerk the Drake. I'm tired of the OBO twerkers and Aubrey's Angels calling in and niggas explaining for the psyops and the brainwashing. Ooh. Their minds have been trained to accept. And these are the people that are dumbing down our culture. It's not the Black Americans. It's not the hip hop purists. It's not even the casual rap fans who listen to hip hop music for the personal stories. It's the racially ambiguous, straight haired. I clock in at work and my name is Sam and I toe the line. Then when I go home, I cosplay like Drake. I act black. I listen to black music. But when a black person walks across the street, I cross the other way. But my favorite artist is Drake ass niggas. I'm tired of y'all calling this.
Can I respond to what you've just said so I can appreciate? Hang on. I can appreciate everything you've said, but at the same time, it's like Drake has transcended boundaries. Isn't that a great thing? Drake has created multiple ways that people can become a part of the culture. You called it a culture. I say it's just a genre. The culture is capitalism, to be precise. Are you mad that Drake's fans are what chiming in and they're not in the know, but they're riding with Drake? I want to be clear what you're saying.
No, I'm mad that we have a fan base that claims they're fan. It's just like the bronzesexuals who call themselves NBA fans, okay, but dilute every NBA concert. I mean, every NBA conversation, okay, by not really being knowledgeable about the game, but try to compare their fandom to a narrative. Thank you. This is my point. When it comes down to this goofy ass nigga, Drake, niggas don't understand that this nigga has been corporately pushed. This has been signed by Universal, Lucian Grains. We understand that. But what's the deeper point that we have to get into? Like when Drake says he's Mike Jack, right? When we look at Mike Jack, the reason why we appreciated it when he had the power and the cachet in the music industry, when he had it, when he was buying other artists' catalogs, was because he was giving them back, especially to the black artists. He was an artist first person. He was, once I get the corporate power, the cachet, and be in those rooms, I'm still going to be artist friendly when it comes to the bag. He learned I don't have to rob everybody to get the bag.
Okay.
What's going on?
Hang on. If I can, chime in here. I like when you and I are on total opposite sides of the fence. Drake is and has been getting the corporate push, yes, but he was rejected coming out the gate. I know for a fact that Sylvia Rhone, who I love dearly, didn't want to fuck with Drake once upon a time. So he had to get with Birdman and Young Money and Cash Money and that whole camp and team. He wasn't just embraced out the gate and said, hey, we're going to get behind this guy because he's a Jew from Canada. That wasn't the reality. Drake, you're saying Drake didn't get it out the mud? I want to be clear.
I'm not saying Drake didn't get out the mud. I'm saying just like if we have anybody old enough to remember when they did, I think BT did a special in 2009 talking about the top MCs of the decade of like year 2000, 2009. Drake came out 2008, 2009, and they put him on the list already.
Okay.
You've seen the fix was in and the propaganda was being spent. Now we go to present day. What Drake is doing is keep saying, oh, I got #1 hits. I put niggas up on songs. Now, what I think is what's going on, and what I think Rick Ross is saying, and I think other people in the industry are saying is, wait a minute, what you're standing close to Sexy Red, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're mentioning Lucian Grange and records. Right. You are the corporate pinnacles of the higher ups. When we're in the studio chopping it up, and I'm giving game, or I'm doing this or talking to that, I'm thinking I'm talking to a peer, and you're really a double agent for the corporate. What I think artists like Rick Ross realize is you might have ownership in some of these artists' catalogs, and instead of maybe selling it back or doing what Michael Jackson did or other people, when you give niggas back your publishing, you keep it and you're working. It's like a conflict of interest with you working with these artists. When we say you're standing too close,
I gotta jump in because I appreciate your drive, man. But we're going way off the rails here. You and I are on the same page with regards to Rick Ross, his clapback. I thought it was phenomenal. But let's pull this back, man, to Kendrick Lamar. Where is the response? Will there be a response? Is his gangster on trial? Let's go. Let's put it on Kendrick. Never mind, Drake. What do you think? Kendrick Lamar, where's the response?
I think Kendrick Lamar is the type of nigga that not only did he record a track, I think he's probably spending a couple of days to curate a visual for the track. Because I think just like presentation, to me, can sway a rap battle. When Pusha T dropped that story, added on cover. When Drake did the charge up and did the back-to-back and performed in Philly and had the memes going in the back and then brought out Will Smith. Presentation's everything. I think because Kendrick Lamar is an artist, the only thing I can surmise to why this track hasn't dropped yet is because I think he's prepping some type of visual display, some music video or something to drop with the track in order to hit and give some type of impression with the track.
Okay. Hang on a second, Florida Boy J. Folks, if I don't get your donations right away, I'm swamped. Code Red, I see he says today's mathematics knowledge, equality, being born, culture, freedom. Thank you so much for tapping in Code Red. John Flowers, I got your donation. Okay. Star, did you remember to tell people to like and subscribe? Okay, thank you so much, John Flowers. Yes, folks, if you could like this video, because we had an issue earlier with YouTube. I'm not sure what it was. I don't want to get into it, but if you would like the video and subscribe, that will help with us moving forward, okay? Blade, I got your donation. Okay, he's talking about Israel and Iran. Yeah, Blade, we'll get back to all that. Oh, and Blade, was that you who sent me an email about the upcoming beachfront property in the Gaza Strip? Yeah, I've already been thinking about that. Thank you so much, Blade, okay? Mr. Lottery got your donation. Drake is puss. Where was this energy for Pusha T? So we don't care. We don't care. It's on Kendrick Lamar right now, but thank you for your donation. Victor Moan Jr., why did Ross think calling him white boy was a diss? I don't know. No idea. Okay. Florida Boy Jay, can you hang on a second? Stay with me. Bringing in some calls here. Let me go to area code 760. Tapping it from Cali. Yes, 760 Tuesday night.
Yeah. What's up, Star?
How are you?
First off, I got to respond to Florida Boy Jay. I'm 100% nigga. Jay-Z, my favorite artist, okay? But Drake is Teflon right now, man. They can't touch him. Nothing that nobody say can touch him. That's why Kendrick ain't dropped no response yet. He know better. And Rick Ross to Drake is what Paul Pierce is to LeBron James. Drake is the LeBron James right now, man. They can't touch that dude, no matter how many disses they do. The only way that they could discredit Drake right now is if some pedo allegations or some rape allegations come out. That's literally the only way that they can dethrone Drake. Other than that, it ain't nothing. It's like they throwing shots and they missing. Nobody got nothing for him. Nobody.
Now, hang on. You're from Cali, you say, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, Florida Boy Jay, you want to respond to that man from California?
Yeah, first of all, you should be ashamed of yourself from being from the West Coast of California and coming on the line. First thing you're saying is, I'm black, but you're caping for a biracial nigga from Canada.
I ain't caping for nobody. Kendrick Lamar is one of them Oreo dudes.
Hold on.
My bad. I'm gonna let you talk. You can talk. My bad.
It's all good. Let me say this too. And I understand you said your favorite rapper is Jay-Z, and our favorite rappers because their bars is their personalities, is their life experiences. And I'm not saying Jay-Z or anybody else hasn't had ghostwritten raps or had teams, but when your stuff has come out like Drake's, when we have his diss record drop, and then we have reference tracks from Lil Yachty, we got another reference track from his last album where artists are doing full songs, and Drake is just saying, hey, I like that song, give it to me in full. Why are we acting like this a diss track he dropped was all Drake? That's my thing. If we know somebody's taking steroids and they just dropped 50 points, and then ESPN comes out tomorrow and said we got 2 steroid allegations in test scripts, nobody on ESPN is going to say, hey, we don't care because it's X athlete or Y athlete.
Okay,
we
let that man respond.
You just,
Boy Jay, let that man respond.
You just solidified my point that Drake is the LeBron of the game. It's coming out that LeBron's on performance enhancing drugs, right? But he's still LeBron. Even when LeBron loses, he's still gonna win.
Kevin Garnett said that.
He's gonna win.
Kevin Garnett said that.
Even when he loses, he's gonna win. Yeah. They don't have nothing for him. What's up?
I got to respond to that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you know sports, right? Just like how
I do.
Independent sports media, the first thing they're gonna tell you is with the Shannon Sharps, with the Kendrick Perkins, with the Wright, with the Nick Wright, LeBron James and Clutch Sports have bought the media, right? Just like Drake, a lot of his fans that have grew up with Drake have turned into media entities that are defending their favorite rapper. So a lot of the propaganda we get from LeBron, a lot of the stories that should get put out that get the kibosh, just like Drake, they have bought the media. So we cannot sit back and say nobody cares because the people who care are being silenced. The silent majority is being silenced by the tastemakers and the niggas who are running these hip-hop blogs. We got to look with our third eye. Drake is corporately backed by Lucien Grange and Universal and might be in cahoots with Larry Jackson and owning niggas publishing.
Okay.
That might be the real issue.
All that sound good for the boy Jay, and I respect your opinion, but come on, keep it real, bro. You know Drake that nigga, bro. Like, cut it out, bro. Like, you know Drake that nigga. All that Lucien Grange, all that sound good.
Yeah,
bro.
That sound hot.
But he's that nigga, bro. He's Teflon. He's Teflon Don right now, gang. Ain't nobody touching Drake. Like, it's sometimes where I don't even really like Drake like that. You know what I mean? But I still got to give it up. Like, that nigga's that nigga, bro. Yes, Kendrick Lamar can rap his ass off, bro. I give him that. But at the same time, he's not Drake, bro. So no matter what, whoever come at this nigga, bro, there ain't nobody that can take this nigga off the throne right now, gang. There's nobody.
Yeah,
There's nobody.
Hang on a second. What's your name, sir? What's your name?
My name Cam.
K-A-M? Cam?
Yep.
Cam.
Yep.
Stay in touch, man. I like to have a young person call in and just, stand your ground on things. And also, you say you're into sports, right?
Yes, I am.
Can we pivot for a second? Florida Boy Jay, anything you want to mention about Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, the WNBA, Caitlin Clark being drafted #1? I can spend 5 minutes on this with you two guys talking sports. I want to be educated, please.
Yeah.
LeBron just put the smack down on the Pelicans right now. LeBron's still in the game, gang. He been running shit for 20 years now. Drake been running shit for what?
No. WNBA.
Yep.
Florida Boy Jay, you're first.
Oh, WNBA? I ain't gonna wolf. I don't even watch the WNBA. So Florida Boy Jay, you got that, bro.
Okay. All right,
you got that.
And Cam just made my point. For Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, the ride is over. You're not making more than halfway successful perk dealers now with these $75,000 contracts. We're not watching the WNBA. It's over. We don't care about Caitlin Clark. We don't care about injuries. The shine time is over. We're not going to be watching.
We only care about the beef. We only care about when they beefing in the WNBA.
Okay.
You got more niggas watching LA Fitness highlights than I said. We got more niggas
WNBA
highlights on YouTube then them hoes
Tree
hit
shit.
brick. You already know.
Cam, stay in touch, Cam.
Yo, Star, can we talk about Kiara Jones real quick? I watched that video, and you said that little white boy took that.
Easy.
And I laughed. My bad.
Whoa.
My bad.
We can't go backwards. Stay in touch.
My bad. Okay. My bad. All right.
Good to talk
I got
to you, man.
you. Lock me in, Star.
Yes, sir.
Good to talk to y'all. Florida Boy J, have a good night.
All right, salute. Okay.
Hey, you too, bro.
That's a guy named Cam. Hold on a second, Florida Boy J. All right. Hold on a second. Stay with me, Florida Boy J. Black Pudging TV got your donation. LBJ, didn't you say Kendrick biracial is bar and grill music and makes white guilt music? Did you say that, Florida Boy J?
I absolutely said that because I'm objective. I can tell you that Kendrick Lamar caters to an audience just like Drake and just like Future. This is wrestling. Everybody's playing a role. That doesn't negate the point of Drake being a pop star trying to tell niggas he's the best MC and rapper. That's like Michael Jackson telling niggas I'm the best, most skilled artist, and a nigga like Prince, like, nigga, I could put you in the studio and me in the studio, who can come out with a song first?
Okay.
That's the problem.
All right, stay there.
You can
stay
be Drake
there.
to stop
It's
being
fine.
the best
Stay
rapper.
there. Stay there. How do I say your name, dear? Is it Zanrea or Zanrea? Thank you so much for your support, darling. Okay. Hope I said your name right. Also, Florida Boy J, check your email. I'm not sure if that's a real Rick Ross response or if it's AI. Can you listen to that? And I'll put
I can check it. I can check it now.
I'll put you on hold.
Yeah, I can check it right now.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold. I just sent Florida Boy J. Supposedly there's a new Rick Ross response. I can't listen to it right now, guys, as you know. A Junior calling in from 313. Let's get you on the line, sir. I appreciate your support. Did I say that name right? A Junior?
Yeah, that's right. What up, though, Star?
How are you, sir? It's cracking. Good evening.
Coolin', man. Detroit nigga calling in.
Okay.
Listen, we're not about to let the new generation tell us what a lyricist is.
Okay.
That's what I want to say first of all. Okay. We don't care that the kids like to dance and get high. We don't care about that. It's down to lyricism now. Drake cannot touch Kendrick Lamar with the pen game. Let's stop playing games. This is not the kid level. The kid level was over now. The kids had their fun now. Now it's time to really rap. Let's see if you can really rap now.
I hear you loud and clear, but where is the heat? Where's the smoke? Where is it?
Where is smoke, there's fire.
Okay.
Guess what you let the dancer do? You let the dancer jump around and smile and have fun. But guess what's about to happen now? Everybody wants Kendrick's response, right? Now, when you get Kendrick's response, there's going to be a lot of crying. Okay. I guarantee you that.
I can appreciate the analogy, sir, but this is a different day and time. It's real. Everything's in real time now. How much longer? Another week? He wants things to cool down. Give us your opinion.
We waited on Drake. We waited on Drake. So if we really want it, we just wait until it comes. We waited on Drake. He dropped his. Now we're gonna wait on Kendrick. He gonna drop his.
Okay. Fair enough. Hold on a second. Florida Boy J, you there, sir? I just sent you a link. Was that AI? Some AI track, Florida Boy J?
No. What you sent me, somebody sent you Rick Ross live on Instagram today, just trolling Drake pretty much. That's what the link was.
Yeah, I'm up to speed on all that, but is there a new track though? Is there a new track?
Oh, no.
Okay. All right, so this man on the phone here from Detroit, he says, Florida Boy J, in case you missed it, we should just give Kendrick a little more time. What did Drake have? Close to 2 weeks to respond to Kendrick? I forget.
Exactly. Drake waited about 2 weeks to drop his response and then dropped it in a way to where if we wasn't messing with it, he could have claimed AI. And because it was half decent to pass through, then he wants to jump out with academics and claim it. We're not going to put Kendrick Lamar on some 72-hour time clock just because Drake dropped a half-ass diss track that just passed the smell test? What are we? Stop being prisoners of the moment. That wasn't Ether. That wasn't Charged Up. That wasn't even when 50. And let me say this again. I don't want to hear niggas talk about, oh, why are all the artists jumping on Drake? They must be hating. If you can go far enough back to 2002, I remember when 50 Cent called Eminem and Busta Rhymes got the Hail Mary beat and kicked Ja Rule's back in. So it's not about niggas just hating on success. When we trying to get a whole ass nigga about the paint, that's what we gonna do. We gonna call whoever we gonna call, get whatever beat sample we gonna flip, and we gonna cook this nigga boots and get him out the paint. That's hip hop history for you. All these pussy boys and sandal wearing niggas who start listening to rap music 2012 aren't qualified for this conversation.
Okay. So you had the last word. Thank you for your patience, 313.
I completely agree with Florida Boy Jay. It's not gonna happen. Now this is a whole different type of animal that we dealing with Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
This is not a Pusha. This is Pusha T. I give him his props, but Kendrick is a whole different type of animal. You haven't seen the Raz yet. So you guys dance now.
This is Razzcazz on steroids. That's old.
Yeah.
Reference.
You dance now and you dance and smile with Drake right now. Have your fun now.
Have your fun now. Yeah. Razzcazz was the truth for those who don't know. Hey man, I appreciate the call and the support. Thank you.
No problem,
yes,
sir.
Okay. Florida Boy Jay, stay with me, man. You did a live recently, man. Do you want to promote your live? What did you address, or what do you need to get across?
I'll start. Hey, listen, it was one of the most passionate, argued episodes I've had. We went for 3 hours last night about the same topic, about Kendrick, just about the state of hip hop, and basically showing that, okay, number one, stats aren't really, it could be equatable, but only to a certain extent. And at the end of the day, Drake is Drake. We appreciate that. But once you start trying to say you're the best rapper and we have ghost written allegations that tend to be true, we've seen you lose a rap battle in real time, no matter what type of internet propaganda was being pushed on us. We need to stop acting like this nigga is unbeatable. We need to stop acting like he didn't have chinks in his armor. So go to Florida Boy J on YouTube. Go to my last episode, Doing Good Number Star. I'm going to send you the link so you can promote your channel. And we're just talking about the state of hip hop right now.
Hang on a second. Jay Bandit, I see you. Do you want to cam up or call in? Jay Bandit. Call now or send me an email if you want to cam up, okay? Followed by Jay, before you go, not that you have to agree with me, but I'm saying that Mammy may have got caught up in the bullshit out there in Ohio. Did you see the video? O'Fay came out and clapped her. He pulled out the Dirty Harry special. She got to apologizing, begging for her life, some type of alleged scam went down and she was supposed to go pick up a package. Florida Boy Jay, did you see the video?
I've seen it, and my initial reaction was, I guess he is kicking off the war on Mammy.
You had your third, you had your third eye open. You saw what I saw.
Hey, come on, nigga. My 10-4 kufi on tight, man.
Mammy doing too much, walking up to the house.
Had to let her know the war's still popping, nigga. Hey, it ain't sweet outside. Take your slides off, put on your marching boots.
If she would have pulled up to a black man's house, she would have called and said, "Come on with the package, hurry up, I'm busy." Right? Or
come on, Jamal.
Yeah.
Put the weed and 40 down and come get your package.
She'd have shot him a text message. If you ain't out here in 3 minutes with the package, I'm gone.
Just like a nigga.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, keep me posted if you want to post up in the community section. I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, man.
Yes,
you have
sir.
a good show.
Thank you. Florida Boy Jay tapping in. Okay. Sit tight on the phones, guys. Sit tight on the phones. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on my gym membership story. I'm a man of a certain age. I enjoy my peace. I've been living a life of peace for decades. No stress, no drama. I'm not hiding. But I don't want to give all information every time I go somewhere. I'll just give you the brief story, but I'm not going to do a deep dive like I said I was earlier. If I join a gym, I don't want to give you my some type of emergency contact number. I don't want to give you a debit or credit card to put on file. Why? I pay for cash up front. What do you need a debit or credit? You're not getting a bank account routing number. That you're not doing. And the final straw was they were asking for my birthday. Why? I don't want you sending me a fucking birthday text. You're gonna send me a fucking a survey anyway, and now I gotta get birthday text. Hey, it's your birthday's on the same day as so and so. Fuck out of here. That's all safe right now, but most of you wouldn't see it my way. You're paranoid. No, I don't want to be bothered, but we'll come back to that, okay? 469, good evening. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Drake calls out Kendrick Lamar for not responding to push-ups. Are you there? Area code.
Hey, what's going on, Star?
How are you, sir? 469.
Hey, what's going on, Star? Hey, this is Troy calling from Dallas.
Hey, man, how are you? It's cracking.
Yeah, pretty good, man. I think Kendrick and a lot of other people are having to be careful with the response because I've seen another angle with this Drake thing. Drake got people, since Rick Ross came at him about his nose and he's Jewish, I've seen an article and a whole podcast out here about anti-Semitism in hip-hop and how this is an old trope, of attacking people because of their nose. So I'm just like, damn, now, will rappers be able to survive a diss track and being called anti-Semitic? Because Kanye went through the fire, but Kanye had a lot more M's than a lot of these guys. So.
Well, sir, Kanye was a nigga that went crazy, to be fair. Nigga went crazy.
Yeah, he was taking 7. He said he was taking 7 of them. So
nigga talking about DEFCON 4 and some more extra shit. But okay, so with regards to Kendrick Lamar being called out, is his tank on empty? I'm saying his gangsters on trial, sir. What say you?
I'm pretty sure he's had some shit fired up for years ready. It's just,
we keep hearing that. So we keep, he's had the ether for 4 years. Come on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I just think it's just a matter of politics and, you know what I'm saying? I just think that's what it's about.
Let me ask you a question. Has Kendrick Lamar been overhyped throughout the years? Overhyped.
You can say that.
I'm asking you. Don't take my word. I'm asking. Truthfully,
no.
When I heard his Control verse, I said, wow, he's inspired by cannabis. That's Cannabis's flow and cadence and the way he was spitting some of the words. That's Cannabis, but maybe maybe for me listening to Kendrick, my opinion could be not necessarily, definitely isn't the same as his generation.
Well, it's the fact that he's using the bars, the way he titles his album songs and all of that to pay homage and tell stories and, shit you have to figure out once you dig into it on deeper levels and people, breaking down his bars, years after years on all these albums. Now they all tell a complete story. So I think that's just a sign to his artistry and him trying to keep it hip hop versus, Drake is like everything new in the gumbo and whatever else is in the forefront. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just like this, like really just comes down to like splitting hip hop into like a damn ideological damn race war, you know what I'm saying, color, you know what I'm saying, like house against the field niggas type situation.
I really don't want to do all that, to be honest with you. I think, I mean, let's just keep it hip hop, in my opinion. I'm give you the last word. You know this. I think that, as you just said, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kendrick, he's had something in the tuck for 4 years. If such is the case, he gave Drake a heads up to have, three or four tracks in the tuck. Do you think that Drake now has 3 other magazines ready for that nigga?
I wouldn't be surprised if he got 10 to 20 songs ready, and they just sitting strategizing which one is going to hit, you know what I'm saying, with maximum damage. So right. I think they're really sitting back on some war room strategies, like
okay,
like fucking battleship with this shit, man.
Okay. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh shit! Hold on a second. Let me bring in a friend of mine. The white Denzel, Rory, who knows hip hop. Let's not get it twisted. Rory knows hip hop. Yes?
Yeah, I am hip hop.
How are you, man? What's cracking?
I got my scars and my resume are better than anybody else for hip hop that was on the line tonight. I don't care about what color skin they got.
You know
I'm from the Bronx, baby.
I'm not even trolling. You know fucking hip hop. What do you think about my title? What do you think about my title? Drake calls out Kendrick Lamar for not responding to diss track. Are we overreacting? Is his tank on empty? Kendrick Lamar, is he coming with the ether? Where are we?
No, he ain't coming. He ain't got no ether in the tank. He got sugar in the tank. He ain't got no ether in the tank. K Dot or whatever they call him. I said he's corny as hell the last time I called in.
Right.
Whatever the topic was, I forget. I said he was corny. He's overrated. They push him because LA really don't have lyricists. They're not known for ever having lyricists. They're known for dope beats. And, once in a while, you get a couple of cats from out of there that can rhyme. But for the most part, most of them, their rhymes are subpar. They're corny. They're not on a level of like New York, especially, but even just, we'll say, the Northeast. Because, I'm not, the down south is a total different thing. That's just a different sound. But I can't believe Drake is the one. I'm going to give Drake all the props in the world. Drake is the one exposing Kendrick, right? He's the one that's going to expose him to everybody that this cat is not that good. This is all Hollywood, Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine backing. He on his own, he's not hip-hop. Kendrick Lamar, he might be a good performer. Maybe he could write a rhyme or two once in a while. But you get somebody like Drake to call you out and say, where the response at? Where's the response at? Every single person in hip hop would drop everything they're doing to get an opportunity to go back and forth with Drake, just for the money, just for the business aspect of it. And on the hip hop aspect of it.
Well, hang on a second. I want to jump in there. Hang on. I want to jump in there. And again, you do know hip hop. I'm not just saying that to be saying it. One of my favorite rappers in my top 10 greatest of all time. You got an echo in the background. Rory, can you fix that echo, please? Your headset or whatever you're doing over there.
Yeah, good.
I want your honest opinion. Don't just take a New York stance. You've heard me say this before. I've seen him live twice. A fucking pioneer, an architect. He's in my top 10 greatest of all time. MC Ren. You're going to tell me MC Ren is not one of the best ever?
He's not in my top 10. I respect him. He's not in my top 10. But I didn't say there was no good lyricists out of Cali.
Okay.
I said they're few and far between. They're few and far between. Ice Cube is a legend. You can't mess with Ice Cube's pen game.
I take Ren over Ice Cube. Ren over Ice Cube.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Ice Cube. Hey, hang on. If we talking that West Coast Cali shit, Ice Cube picked up momentum as things went on. But coming out the gate, goddamn, with NWA, it was MC Ren. But go ahead.
Yeah, where I left off real quick, I don't want to forget this thought. I said that about the business side of somebody not getting immediately back when the fire is hot at Drake. Anybody else would have. That's because he's protected and he's being like real cautious, you know. But the hip hop part of it, forget the business part of it. The hip hop part of it. If you so nice and you all that and you the king of the West Coast, if you can't go drink a couple of 40s, smoke some reefer, stay up in the studio for that last night, the night before last night, tonight, and come out with something by tomorrow morning, then you is not all that. You is not all that. You are not what they say you are, you know? And everybody bugging out about Rick Ross throwing a diss at Drake, that he's a white boy. Well, Rick Ross is a certified white boy too. You know, Rick Ross is all he ever did in his life was become a correction officer, white boy, lie about being a drug dealer, a big kingpin in Miami, white boy, you know, and is a fat slob who never worked a day in his life. A lot of white boys. So Rick Ross is the embodiment of a white boy.
Shit.
You know, and that's not a diss. They're so mad that Drake is killing all of them. I never thought I'd say this, but Drake is killing all of them.
Shit. You are
That's a fact.
You are riding with the small hat. That's a first for you.
I'm rocking with the small hat. I'm rocking with the half-cast small hat from Toronto. The game is messed up, Star. The rap game has left America.
Yeah.
You know, Rick Ross is the reason why hip-hop went down the tube. Because they after that CO picture came...
You're doing too much now. Now you're doing too much.
He should have been a ghostwriter from then on. He should have been a ghostwriter from then on.
Nobody cares about a CO picture. Nobody cares. But go ahead.
That's fine, but why are you rhyming about being a drug kingpin if you actually a CO? If you're such a nice rhymer and you such a lyricist, how come you don't rhyme about other stuff besides food with your fat ass and drug dealing? You never were a drug dealer. This is a fantasy.
He may have been a drug dealer inside the jails. I've had friends who were COs and they sold drugs to the goddamn inmates. Anyway, all right. So listen, man. Let's get back. Let's pull it back. Kendrick not responding. What's the holdup, or are we being too impatient, Rory?
Yeah, Kendrick is not that good. Kendrick is not that good. I think Drake writes more lyrics than Kendrick.
Wow.
I think Kendrick got a team of writers. I don't think he's that good. I think he's goofy as hell. And you could compare Kendrick Lamar's street credibility to Drake's. It's the same thing. Kendrick Lamar ain't no different than Drake. Kendrick Lamar came on the scene talking about my daddy was a pyro. My daddy was a blood. I never really did that. I was a nice guy. You know, I just like to rap. So how all of a sudden now he's acting like he's some sort of blood from Compton? Nobody's buying that.
Right.
You know, was Kendrick in YA? Where's his bullet scars? He's a gang member from LA? He's a blood from Compton? Where your bullet scars, man? Where your fighting scars? You don't have none? Okay. So we know you're just a phony Hollywood push too. Okay. You're just a phony Hollywood push too.
Okay.
I think Kendrick Lamar is so corny. I listened to that once he started doing that in his track. I turned it off. I said, man, listen to this old peanut butter and jelly bullshit. Who want to listen to that? That's not lyrics. That's not cool. That's not like witty.
Right. Okay.
Fuck out of here.
Rory, before you go.
I'm so glad I grew up in my era of hip hop. I'm so glad I grew up in my era of hip hop.
Okay. Before you go. Did you see the video with the old white guy, 81 years of age? He shot and killed the 61-year-old black woman in Ohio. See the video?
Yeah, I saw the video, man. But what video did you see? Because the one I saw was only like a minute and 5 seconds long.
Well, I mean, I saw the one where he was talking to her after he shot her, and he said, "Give me the phone." You can go to TMZ.com. You know, she starts screaming, you know, help. You know, I mean, of course, condolences to the family, R.I.P. But I'm just, I'm wondering why she would get out the car and go knock on the door. Maybe she had nothing to do with the scam. I don't know, but it just seems kind of odd.
Yeah, I don't get knocking on the door either. I never had that. I take Uber, because I'm here in the city.
Right.
So it's just more convenient. If I don't jump on the subway, I'll take an Uber. If I got to go cross town, there ain't no subways go cross town where I'm at. So uptown, downtown, but cross town, I'll take an Uber, and nobody knocks on the door. They'll call you on the phone and be like, hey.
Well, she was supposedly going to pick up a package that the alleged scammer called this guy, told him that they needed $12,000 to bail out one of his relatives. I guess he went and either he got the money or he never got the money. William Brock, 81 years of age, in Clark County, Ohio. And then you got Mammy came up to the goddamn door. He comes out with the fucking looks like either a Ruger or something, and he claps her, but he's talking to her at the same time.
Oh boy, wasn't having it.
Boy,
wasn't having it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star, at his age, he could be up in the house listening to, watching viral videos of Mammy's Gone Wild, because they're all over the place, beating up old white men and turning up. So that could have just been a trigger for him. She came to the door, and it was just the wrong door at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And he came outside and said, hey, no, at this age, I ain't letting the Mammy take me out.
Yeah. He got the right one, Mammy.
Mammy.
I'm ready for you. I know the bullshit.
Yeah, it's sad to it's sad to see, but I gotta give it to the old boy. He left a Mammy in the driveway, and he didn't know what the consequences were going to be if he didn't do that. So he's still here, and old boy.
Have you seen his mugshot, Rory? Have you seen his mugshot?
No, I didn't see the mugshot.
He's taking this in stride. Somewhat of a grin. Fuck it. I got stage 3 cancer. Go put me in the cell. I'm out of here anyway. But the fucking Mammy did not rob me. I stood my ground.
Right, he got more street cred than Kendrick Lamar or Rick Ross. Straight up. He got way more street cred. Old boy be getting busted and be getting a busted to his gun. There's something we never seen gangster Rick Ross or Kendrick Lamar do. So yeah, we say that.
We smoking on a Mammy pack. Pay attention.
Or something.
All right, Rory, I gotta go, man. I gotta go.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna edit that part out, huh? Smoking on a Mammy pack. Everybody, hold on. What the fuck was that issue with YouTube earlier? That was crazy. Sheesh. Jay Bandit, call in. Just call in, man. Call in. Tell me what area code you're calling in from. Guys, I don't know numbers. You have to say, Star, I'm on line such and such. Please. The real Rico Mercado, Rick Ross, the Tillicum of hip-hop, Orca. Okay. Yeah, Tillicum was the killer whale who I did see in person before he passed away down in Orlando, Florida. Sir Shy got your donation. Kendrick response diss is going to be epic. I hear you, Sir Shy. Do you think that Kendrick Lamar's team put out that AI response as a market test? They may have been behind that. Maybe it's not AI. Maybe that is Kendrick, and they wanted to test the waters. Jay Bandit, just call in. Tell me what area code you're calling in from. Guys, at the top of the live chat should be the PayPal and the Streamlabs link. We had an issue earlier with YouTube, so if you'd be so kind to hit the like and the share button. That's very, very important. Okay. Blade, I got your donation. Star, I knew something like that Ohio shooting would soon happen. Okay, white people needed a payback for OJ dying. Okay. Black people love a conspiracy, don't they? Someone's been on hold for a while here. Where are you? Area code 201. Thank you for holding. Are you there on a Tuesday? 201. Give them a second. They've been in the queue for a while. Are you there? 201. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have to go. I tried. Let's go to area code 716. Are you there? Good evening. 716.
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you, sir?
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, good show you have here.
Okay. Are you joining the conversation, sir? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm actually calling from Canada, by the way.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to talk about this Drake, Kendrick, and this whole crew going at Drake.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. When it comes to Ross, Ross this track is just racist as far as I'm concerned. As a black person, as somebody that knows that Drake is not a white person, though the mom is a white person, but everything is said there, calling him white boy. A lot of it was really this.
Black people are racist. Yes. What's the problem?
Yeah, we are. And it's a shame. It's just a shame.
No, I don't think black people are racist enough. But go ahead to your point. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that aside, a lot of people, a lot of these people, people that call themselves hip hop head, they're just underrating this guy Drake. They're underrating him. Oh, he's a soft guy. Oh, we don't think he's gonna do anything. I tell you guys, go write it down. I mean, it's gonna be a closer. It's gonna close every one of them down. He has so much words. So that's what I'm gonna say.
Well, hang on a second, sir. I detect I detect an accent. Can I ask, where is your family lineage from?
Oh, I'm originally from Africa.
Africa. Now, I appreciate you being on hold here, but with all due respect, where does an African get off calling somebody racist? You guys have killed people for thousands of years based upon tribes.
Oh, come on, man! You guys are killing yourself based on just you and your brothers. So what are you talking about? This happened long ages ago. What you're talking about happened long, hundreds or more than 200 years ago. So
yes, but in Africa,
what happened? I wasn't there. So we're talking.
No, stay with me. But in Africa, no one is.
No,
if I can speak, in Africa, no one is brothers.
Go ahead.
It's all tribes. You don't give a fuck about somebody saying brother, who's racist.
Yeah, but
right?
in America, where you live, no one is brother.
Say again.
Where you live, are you guys brothers? Do you live as brothers?
Me? No.
Okay, so let's not talk about that.
Well, I hear a what I presume to be a thick accent. How long have you been living in Canada? Were you born and raised there?
I wasn't born and raised there. I've been living here for 18 years.
18 years. Okay. So you have adopted the racism as something to be concerned with? Racism? Because you weren't raised.
I don't know what you mean by adopting racism, but when you look at what Russ was saying and what a lot of people have been saying, the names that people are calling, is a white boy, So, but let's just, if you want us to talk about this, we can go ahead and talk, and we keep talking about it. But if you want us to keep focused on Drake and Kendrick, we can go ahead and talk about them.
Well, I'm just trying to get an understanding of why you would be concerned about racism. But anyway, okay. So, are you a Drake?
Okay, because when you look, we're talking about the diss, right? The diss tracks from both three guys. These three guys. So I'm just saying, in my opinion, because if we look at the words, that came out from Ross's mouth, it's just disgraceful. That's what I have to say. But that's just my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you waiting on?
I mean, when you look at all these,
are you patiently waiting on Kendrick Lamar to respond?
Kendrick Lamar, I don't think he's gonna get, but they've been saying he's been having this track for more than 4 years. So if he had it for more than 4 years, where is the track right now? Let him come. I mean, Drake is waiting for him. So there's going to be a lot of exposure. So Drake is most people are thinking, oh, it's not a street. He is into a lot of cultures. He's into Jamaican cultures, African cultures, Russian cultures. I mean, Toronto is like a messy pot. So that's where he grew up from. So it's not going to be pushover. It's not going to be a pushover at all. So it's going to give it to anyone that wants it.
Okay. So I would imagine that you are riding with the white boy. Yes, Drake?
I'm riding with with Drake. If you want to call him a white boy, you can join them. Good.
Well, so I'm a Drake supporter
because there's just so much hate. These guys, he has helped a lot of them. You can't just go back and go behind someone and start stabbing him. So it's just too much hate and jealousy. That's what I see from.
Well, stay with me. I'm enjoying the conversation. Stay with me. What you sound like you're from, and I've never been to Africa, and I have no interest in going, but I detect an accent from Senegal. Yes, no?
No, I'm not a French guy. No, I'm originally from Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So look at what some of them are saying right now. That this guy, he is.
I have a very little Algerian blood in me.
Algeria. That's North Africa. That's North Africa. You're Arabic. Yeah, that's the Arabic.
Yeah. Devious. A devious bloodline, from what I've been told. I come from in Algeria.
Say it again.
Devious.
Oh, they're black. They were black Algerians. They're black Algerians.
You tell me. I've never been there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Algeria used to be. Most of those North Africa used to be black. Used to be black.
Yeah.
The history that I've been told. But
and when they invaded Italy, my great grandmother, she lay down with a nigger from Algeria, from what I've been told.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been everywhere.
Can you hold on a second? Somebody wants to speak to you, if you don't mind. He's a buddy of mine. He's been texting me.
All right, let him come on.
Number 9, you said you wanted to speak to this man. You keep calling him a spear chucker. What's going on, number 9?
Yeah, right. You know what? You got some nerve, Star, tonight. You really got some nerve tonight. I'm sitting here listening.
Well, you text me about when this. Hang on, you won't speak to this man. Can you get back to me? The man's right here. What's your issue with him?
You got some nerve tonight to have a conversation about hip hop beefs and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But then you got this spear chucking, monkey zebra eating tether on the line. Kendrick, I look ugly. That's what I gotta listen to at this hour. Kendrick, I black ugly, and all this Tarzan bullshit, man. All this Tarzan bullshit.
Can you bring it down with the profanity, number 9? Are you drinking? What's going on?
What are you talking about?
We're having a good conversation. Bring it down.
Kendrick. That's what I'm talking about. You goddamn king of the jungle. King of the Jungle. They're talking about hip hop business, and you got Umbaku on here talking that stuff.
Okay. Let the man respond. Number 9. Bring it down a few notches, please. Let the man respond. Sir, you there? Slow down. Let the man respond. Slow down.
What do you know? Who is this guy? What do you know? What do you know?
That's number 9. Number 9.
I know 3 letters. AIDS. That's what
you know.
That's what you bringing on this platform where you're from. AIDS.
Do you think I have to have your accent?
Let him speak. Number 9, please stop yelling. Let him speak.
To speak?
Stop yelling, number 9.
Do you think I have to have your accent to speak? What do you know? What do you know?
What do I know? I know you niggas are out there eating monkey. I know you niggas out there eating monkey brains and screwing giraffes.
Yeah, monkey brain.
That's what I know.
Monkey brain is good. Yeah.
That's what I know.
What do you eat? What do you eat?
AIDS. That's what's going on where you're from. AIDS.
What do you eat?
AIDS, nigga. You on the phone here.
You're just a fool.
You want to Kendrick?
You are a fool.
Kendrick. That's all I'm hearing.
All right, number 9, you have to let this man speak. Otherwise, I have to drop the call. Please, let's stop the yelling. Let's stop the yelling. All right.
You know,
where are you coming from?
You know, let me tell you something. I usually have a lot of, I go back and forth with some FBAs. But these FBAs got a point with niggas like you. You talking about blacks. You talking about hip hop. This is why FBAs put the steamroll. You are babbling spear chuckers. This ain't a conversation for you, man, Lumumba. This ain't a conversation for you, Lumumba.
No, the conversation is a conversation for your mom.
I think conversation. Kendrick. That's all I hear.
Okay,
that's all I hear, man.
Number 9, you're
can you speak what I speak?
Yeah, you're sipping, man.
Can you speak what I speak?
That's all I hear. Kendrick. Conversation. That's all I'm hearing.
Okay.
That's all I'm hearing tonight, man.
All right, let's get number 9 up out here. So I appreciate the call, man.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself.
And what part of Africa are you from again? You said Nigeria?
I'm a proud Nigerian, bro.
Stay in touch, man. I'd like to talk to you from time to time about African topics. So it'd be a good thing. Stay in touch, man.
All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. What the fuck was number 9 on? Sheesh. Guys on the screen, www.gurubusinesscenter.com. Reach out to Alicia. She can help you. Just file your taxes. Even if you don't have the money, she will help you file so that you can avoid penalties and interest. If you want to set up a 501c3, an LLC, if you want to put your home into a trust, if you want to start a business, reach out to her, okay? www.gurubusinesscenter.com. Please tell her I sent you. Makeaway Davis, I got your donation. Are you on the line? I see you in the queue. Sit tight. I'm going to bring you in. I'll be there in a second. Sit tight. Makeaway Davis. I got someone's donation here. FBJ is the type to wiggle his fingers before pulling up his pants. Side note, the streets need a body. That is an old radio saying, the streets need a body, going back to 2002. Sometimes we used to flip it around and say media needs a body, okay? Just to be clear, because somebody else said, somebody else said that. See, that's an old saying. It's not new, okay? Area code 707 is at Makeaway Davis. Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, it is I. Yes.
How are you, sir? How are you?
Doing spectacular. Let me just start by saying Drizzy is an amazing artist.
Okay.
But no individual that's been peed on and slapped by Diddy can be the king of nothing that was created from FBA.
Okay.
You know, he's an amazing.
I thought that was one of T.I.'s associates who tinkled on Drake. Yes, no?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay.
You know, and the guy's a trick. You know, he's a trick. You know, he pays for flying females out and paying for females. You know, he like outside of the amazing music that he produces, he really is a cornball. You know, this is a fact. So, Kendrick is the dude.
Okay.
And that's just what it is.
Can I respond?
Kendrick is yes.
Can I respond? To be fair, that whole tinkling on each other, white boys have been doing that for decades, centuries, if you will. So it's not that deep to them. Black people get really upset over stuff like that, but white boys do all sorts of crazy shit, especially if you fall asleep around them. But I hear what you're saying. So now, with regards to Kendrick, where is the response, or when is the response coming? This is still the big trending story, and that's why I'm discussing it. Where is the response?
Well, I just say this: Kendrick Kendrick had a feature that shook the whole game once again. The feature, a 16 that shook the whole game. Now he got all these. He started all of what's happening
again
right now.
Yeah.
Once again, tell me a time that Drake ever had this kind of impact with regards to individuals being competitive.
I'm listening. You have the floor.
Yeah, that was the question.
Oh. Well, look, I'm agreeing with you with regards to Kendrick shaking up the game again, because earlier in the broadcast here, I read the 9 ways Kendrick Lamar's control verse changed the world, according to Rolling Stones, and I gave a whole breakdown. So you make a very good point. He has shaken up the game again. Go ahead.
Drake is more for the female.
Okay.
In a battle, technically, they're on two different levels. It just is what it is. People would more so side with Drake, basically because they hear Drake in a club. His music is a little bit more easier to digest.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar is on a whole nother level. Kendrick Lamar is an artist that 15, 20 years from now, they'll be studying his lyrics. They'll be, people will be going back. Drake is a guy that, he's good for now, the right now, the party time now, but he'll be here and gone. His catalog doesn't have any staying power.
Okay. I can respect what you're saying, but at the same time, he has gotten his weight up. Yes, Drake. And
that's a fact.
And that's
a fact.
And this is a competitive art form, and we're here for it. So again, I ask you: is Kendrick coming with something, or has he done enough and it's just let everybody else do what they do?
Well, I believe Kendrick is coming with something for sure, but it's gonna be on his time.
Okay.
I don't think he's allowing the craziness to change his timeline on what he'd like to do.
Okay.
So it just is what it is, and I can appreciate that. He moves when he want to move.
You make a very good point, because he's not active on Instagram at all. I think he's got one post last time I checked. He's not active on YouTube like that. So maybe he's just studying his craft. We're in the lab, as they say, kind of similar to how Nas used to do.
Absolutely. I mean, why would you expect that? That's what I don't understand about this. Oh, he needs to respond tomorrow. When has that been Kendrick's MO?
Gotcha. All right. I appreciate the donation, man. Thank you for your chiming in.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Folks, this is the objective perspective. I like for other people to talk. I don't claim to know. You know? Well, certain things I will stand on them and say, hey, no, here's what I know. But he makes a very good point. Kendrick's on his own time. Maybe he's on his own dick. Okay. Jay Bandit, sit tight. You're up next. Jay Bandit, sit tight. Flip 82, I got your donation. Thank you very much. Guys, at the top of the live chat is the Streamlabs or PayPal link if you don't want to send a cash app. We appreciate your support. And again, we had a rocky start with this particular broadcast, so it's important that you hit the like button and share this particular episode, okay? Hit the like button. It's needed. Jay Bandit, are you there, sir? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Jay Bandit.
Salute, big nigga.
How are you, man? What's cracking?
Salute, big nigga.
Good to hear
I'm
from
good.
you.
Good evening. Good evening.
What's cracking?
Good. Yeah, I'm just tapping in. I love this episode right here. I'm talking about what I love the most.
Come on.
Hip hop, and I love hip hop.
Come on.
And a lot of people forget that Drake put on Kendrick Lamar on the Take Care album. He gave him a verse. He let him spit a whole joint freestyling because they were cool. They was on tour together. A lot of people don't know that in the past. They was on tour together back in like 2010.
Okay.
And then that's how he got cool with him. He put him on his album. Plus, Kendrick Lamar got bars, and his bars is so superb. He won a Pulitzer Prize. So at the end of the day, I understand what people are saying. But the Drake.
Can you go back for a second because somebody was texting me? You said who put who on? I missed that part. Who put who on?
Oh, I said Drake put Kendrick on his album. He gave him a whole verse. Like it's called the Interlude on the Take Care album, which came out 2011.
I'm familiar with
it.
it.
He gave him a whole track. Okay. Yeah, because they met each other a year before when they was on tour together. He was opening up for him, matter of fact. He was opening up for
I think we know that, but is there some significance to the intimate details you're giving us with?
No, I'm just saying it because ain't no one else say it. That's all.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, besides all that,
besides
all that, I saw the video. That was crazy. That Ohio situation with the old white man and he ran down on the black woman. I saw it. It's like a 3-second video, and he ran down on her, shooting up them little 22 pieces at her. You know what I mean? That was. I don't know what that was about. We had no explanation.
I think he stood his ground as an 81-year-old man. You know, somebody's coming to the door. You know, on some bullshit. Allegedly, somebody else was calling on some bullshit. And listen, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Mammy loves to scam. Yes, Mammy loves to scam.
Yes. Oh, Mammy loves to scam. Yes, they do. Yeah. Yes, they do. It's true.
Mammy loves to scam and then play the fucking victim. Look at Young Miami up on social media a year or so ago talking about all I do is shop and get my ass licked. Now she's up on social media. I caught this within the last 48 hours talking about I'm a grown-ass mother with 2 kids. Please leave me alone. Yada, yada, yada. No, you're a whore. She said she's a whore. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I caught that. We all know first of all, she's a bird. She's not a rapper. Only reason she was rapping because she looks good. Right. And JT said, just rap with me. Because JT
I don't think she looks good. She said to Jason Lee, quote unquote, I'm a whore. But listen, man, I got to take up the calls, man. I'm kind of backed up. Are you good? What's cracking with your channel?
Oh yeah. I just came back from Chicago. I went to go visit Old Block. I was over there chilling. I took it's on my YouTube channel. Jada Bandit on YouTube. Okay. JADABANDIT. I went to Old Block. I went by the memorial of King Vaughn, as well as I got footage. I went to Exotica for business because I'm starting to do my own multimedia stuff. Yeah, nice. Appreciate you. So good. Salute to you, man.
Yes, sir.
Salute. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Let me tap in.
Yes, sir. Okay. Jada Bandit tapping in. Guys, I got the homie. Where is he? Mo Fax, pardon me for moving kind of slow, man. Thank you for your patience. Are you there on a Tuesday night? Mo Fax.
Yeah, I'm right here, Star, and I'm enjoying.
I'm right here, Star.
I'm sorry. Say again. Somebody else is on the line. Go ahead. You were saying Mo Fax?
Yeah, I'm right here, and I'm enjoying the show.
Thank you, man.
The African dude that called in, I'm not taking a shot at him, but he highlights the point that we're talking about Drake. We've had people talk about in rap
killing each other, shooting each other, sleeping with each other, baby mamas, leaving condoms on baby seats. But when you call Drake a white boy, everybody gets upset.
Right.
And this is what we're talking about. Drake is handled with kid gloves. Drake was picked to be successful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking any credit away from him because he had to actually do the work.
Right.
But he was given the beats by Swiss Beats. He was given the beats by Kanye West. He was given the cosigns by T.I. All these people when he came into the game, and he was set up to be that way. So we're saying I think everybody is seeing now that Drake, he's a poser. Let's just keep it 100. He is a poser. 1 minute he has a British accent. Next minute he has a Trini accent. Next minute he has a Memphis accent. You know what I'm saying? He's a poser. And let's just bring it back to Kendrick Lamar for a minute. Kendrick Lamar is not going to get in the way of Drake tripping all over himself. Nobody saw the Rick Ross verse coming, the diss song coming. Nobody saw him trolling like he has, introducing the BBL Drizzy, the nose job thing. AI is going crazy because the BBL Drizzy song, multi-million interactions on Twitter. Kendrick Lamar's just sitting back and saying, hey, why am I going to stop just in the momentum of Drake falling all over himself? Okay. And when it's time, because I'm going to point out something.
Go ahead.
There's already a narrative that, Drake's being jumped. It's 20v1. It's 20v1. Kendrick Lamar wants a one-on-one fade. He don't want to jump. This is what it's. I'm a hip hop fan, and I gotta let everybody know Kendrick Lamar is the GOAT to me. I'm an old nigga, but Kendrick Lamar is the GOAT to me because he can do it all. We haven't seen somebody that can do what Andre 3000 can do. He can do what Busta Rhymes can do, what he did on Rigor Mortis. You know what I'm saying? He put Jay-Z in a pack on the Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe remix. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never stepped down from the challenge for anybody or going bar for bar, but Drake has. The last caller called in and said, yeah, he was on Take Care, but Drake did some hoe stuff and wouldn't rap on the same beat as the man and just gave him an intro on his album. He's been scared of him. I'm saying Drake has been scared of Kendrick Lamar because Kendrick Lamar is the real deal.
If I can jump in, Mo Facts, you make a very good point. Might Kendrick Lamar be waiting for all this other dust to settle? You know, Rick Ross, my nigga Ricky Rose, and others, all this little trolling Metro booming that Drake is doing, sending the band in front of the strip club down there, Magic City. Might Kendrick be waiting for all that shit to clear out so that he can then, as you said, get that one-on-one with Drizzy?
Yeah, because you look at how Drake wrote out his diss song. He dropped a reference track version of it. So as another caller said, it could be seen as AI. I think gotta give FBJ credit for that.
Okay.
But I noticed the same thing. He dropped it, kind of saying like a soft rollout. People liked it, and then he dropped the official one. That was weak. One thing I know Kendrick Lamar is doing, he understands. He sat back and watched. Academics have, I think, like 50K. You know what I'm saying? In his live chat, you're saying. So if he's gonna drop anything, he got to be on the week.
Salute to Academics. He's doing the damn thing. He's at
the epicenter of this, and I think if Kendrick Lamar gonna drop it, got to be on the weekend.
Okay.
Once again, I think FBJ made another valid point. Kendrick is big on visuals. He need because to attack Drake, you have to attack the visuals. I mean, because he's a visual person.
Okay.
His image is huge to him. And if you attack that and ride with the white boy thing, not directly, but indirectly, because it is what it is. Nobody's hating on Drake because he's biracial. It's because he's tone deaf. He don't understand nigga culture. You know what I'm saying? He's the cousin. Let's just take race out of it. He's the cousin that came over from, the nice suburbs or whatever to hang with the hood kids. You know what I'm saying? He got teased, but he had nice stuff, so we let him hang around. That's who Drake is.
Ooh. And now he took over.
Keeping it.
Now he took over.
Right, he took over, But at the same time, he crapped on a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Trying to backdoor a lot of dudes for their girls, which is a huge problem. This is a big part of the problem.
That's some real hoe
backdoor artist.
That's hoish. I don't co-sign that. All that pillow talking with bitches and trying to smash. And that's what that was the issue. Is the issue with him and The Weeknd? Some chick named Bella
and Future.
Yeah, some chick named Bella. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, with him and Future, him and with a lot of these dudes, him and Ross, that was the same thing. He flew Ross' girl out or gave her concert tickets or something like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Men don't mess with other men's women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why Jay-Z actually lost, you know what I'm saying, to Nas. Because, like, bro, we get it. Yeah, you did that, but you seem like a creep by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like that Super Ugly freestyle. It's like, real men don't respect that. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the backdoor action. But like I said, Kendrick Lamar is a student of the game.
Okay.
You said this. He's following Nas' whole blueprint against Jay-Z. He dropped the one verse with a couple lines towards Drake. Drake took the bait, just like Jay-Z did, dropped Takeover, just like he dropped Push Up, and now he's going to drop his Ether. And when he drops his Ether, he's going to eat Drake's whole soul because Drake is very fragile. Drake's whole image is fragile. Bro, you running around here getting BBLs, surgical summer, you know what I'm saying, getting nose jobs.
Hang on a second. I have to say this. I mean, if and when Kendrick does respond, I hope he includes the kids. You got to bring the kids and the child's mother into it. I mean, come on. Everybody gets it, you know? Everybody gets it. Yeah.
Everybody gets it, but at the same time,
that's battle rap. That's battling.
Yeah, yeah. And you exactly right about the cannabis thing. Kendrick has picked, because I go back with Kendrick. Okay. Everybody think Good Kid, Mad City, his first project. No, you got to go back to Overly Dedicated, Kendrick Lamar EP, and you got to go back to Section 80. These are three classics that he dropped me before Good Kid, Mad City. And this is what made me respect him. I'm like, oh, this dude actually got bars. He's a student of the game, Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? But he also kept that hood vibe with Jeezy. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He always kept that balance of, yeah, I'm lyrical, but I'm still from Compton. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. And people was like, where his scars and where his battle wounds. Kendrick is protected in LA.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the report from the street star. You know what I'm saying? For the hip hop streets, like I said, I'm loving it because this is real battling. Yeah. We don't want to see nobody get hurt, nothing like that. But I gotta say one more thing. Yeah. Can I say one more thing?
Please, go ahead, Mo.
Rick Ross better shut up before you get Pimp C.
Really? By who?
Bruh, he coming at Birdman now. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta look at it. Drake is Birdman and your boy out of Texas, Rap-A-Lot's Cash Cow. Okay. This is how they paying their bills. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we can't destroy Drake. I mean, from that aspect of it. So he better just chill.
Mo Facts, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for tapping in.
Always, Star. I appreciate it. Always give me a platform.
Yes,
have a good night.
Thank you. Okay. Back in the building, Star Report. Thank you for your patience. Okay, we're going to continue our discussion. Drake has called out Kendrick Lamar, in case you don't know, for not responding to Push Up, dropping Give Me 50, the diss track that he released a couple of days ago, okay, on his Instagram stories feed. He posted something, a face that had the little turtle, and said, is today the day? So he's adding fuel to the fire, okay? Let me go to Cash App, guys. I thank you for being patient. Mike, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Number 9, don't Haitians eat cat and bull butt? Dirty Zoe. Wow. Taking shots, number 9. Okay. Food, peace, and self-care. Got your donation. Number 9, crashed out over spear chuck and boy cunt. Sean, I got your donation. Are you on the line, sir? Area code 520. Sean, sit tight. You will be next, okay? Jesse, I got your donation. Sit tight. You'll be next. Area code 302. Sit tight. Matter of fact, let me bring you in now because you've been on hold for a while. Hold on, guys. Let me bring this guy in now. Jesse, you've been on hold for a while, man. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? 302.
Yeah, man, I'm here. What's going on?
Hey, man, thank you for holding on. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, like, I just want to talk about the Kendrick Lamar and like Drake thing. Like, I think Drake is gonna win this whole thing.
So do I.
Like people keep. I think Drake is gonna win this whole thing. I think people bringing up these weird fucking like points. Like, so they keep saying that like, okay, Drake is a plant because he had all these producers producing his album. But when Good Kid, Mad City came out, he had Dr. Dre, Just Blaze, Pharrell, Hit Boy, Scoop DeVille, Jack Splash, and T-Minus. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you had Dr. Dre on stage saying you the best big thing on the West, and he's passing the torch to you. But Drake is supposed to be, you know, the person that like is a plant. Like, that's crazy. And then they saying he's a poser. Like, Kendrick Lamar has been like marketing towards a certain type of demographic, like where he's trying to make it seem like he's humble, you know, he's some spiritual guy, like he's not into the violence, he's not materialistic because Drake is materialistic. Right. He said on the control, he said on the Control verse, he said, I'm not wearing any more designer shit, no more. But then he's front row with Pharrell at Fashion Week. You feel me? Drake down and dripped up. You feel me? And every time I see him, he's got it might be a T-shirt, but it's $3,000. You feel me? So it's like it's like a facade. You feel me? Right. Like who's really the poser? Drake is just the one who's poking his chest out. Kendrick Lamar is afraid to do that, but you know he's one of those like incense and shea butter hustlers. You feel me? Okay. So he just eating off of that whole woke thing. I don't even like that. And then they keep saying like about Drake's body image and all that, and he got the BBL in his nose and everything like that. Michael Jackson got the most work done, and we still love him. You feel me?
Good point.
LL Cool J got his ads done. And nobody said anything.
Good point.
You feel me?
Good point.
And they're saying like, okay, you know, Kendrick Lamar is you know, lyrically better than Drake, and I think that's bullshit. I mean, granted, like I'm not gonna take anything away from Kendrick Lamar. You feel me? Like he's fire. He like on a technical aspect, like he's cool. But like when you really break down the sense of his raps, it's like imaginary raps. Like, did you even hear the Control verse? Like, where he's talking about jumping out of a G5 and this parachute is a latex condom and the pilot's in the cockpit listening to the Pac. Like, bro, what does any of that even mean, bro? Like, it means nothing. There is no
If I can jump in.
You feel me?
If I can jump in, and I like your flow, man. I so appreciate DJ Academics, Joe Budden, and their knowledge with regards to the producers, the different songs that other people are on, the albums. I myself, I'm looking at the formulas, and yeah, the rollouts, of course, but at the same time, rollouts are different now. And I just think that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kendrick Lamar is taking too long to respond now, unless he comes with like, you know, just a fucking nuclear explosion, which I don't see it. I think he's waiting too long. These aren't the days back with Nas and Jay-Z. These people today are fucking hungry, always hungry. They want a response now. Am I wrong?
Nah, I don't think you're wrong at all, because like you said, like, so when it was Jay and Nas, Jay dropped, September 11, 2001, and then Nas dropped in December. So that was like, a 3-month, 4-month, you know, period in between. But like now that we on the internet, people want that fast response. You feel me? Just like what they did with, just like how Drake killed Meek Mill, because Meek Mill ain't responding to quick response. He dropped back to back and got him up out of there.
Bingo.
You feel me? So it's like, if Kendrick Lamar waits too long, whatever he raps about is not going to have any bite to it, no blood, no nothing. You feel me? So it's like, hey, it's like he got to do something. I really think I really kind of think, like, low key, like I say, even though like I'm not taking nothing away from him, I kind of think he a coward. I think he kind of a coward, low key, Kendrick. Ooh. You feel me? Because he dropped Control. You feel me? Said everybody's name, and when everybody came for his neck, there was no response. He hit out. That's typical LA drive-by shit. You feel me?
Wow. Stay with me. I like what you're saying. Let me make a prediction just based upon formulas. Again, I don't know all the intricate details of the songs and the producers, nor do I want to know at my fucking age. Today's Tuesday. I think Drake will drop another track before Kendrick. I think Drake will come either maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I think Drake will drop another one.
Listen. Look. I don't think that would be the right tactical move, though. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Because, like, right now, because right now, Kendrick's fans are, like, really praying and hoping that Kendrick's going to drop a bomb. Like, they keep saying that, oh, Drake dropped the AI, but then now Kendrick dropped the AI, but nobody's saying nothing about that. Like he's not testing the waters, too. But if he does, like, a back-to-back with Kendrick and then Kendrick drops a bomb, you're going to forget about them first two disses.
Well, now, hang on, because you said so yourself. Drake dropped how many tracks and got Meek Mill the fuck out of here?
But Kendrick's not Meek Mill.
I know, but
Meek Mill was already.
If I can just say this, I'm sorry. If I can piggyback on what you said, sometimes you can pile up too many tracks, and then the response is somewhat dated. Yes.
That's true. That is true. But like it's got to be time right. Because my thing is like this: if Drake drops another back-to-back, and then Kendrick actually drops a bomb, and it's actually like halfway decent, people, the first thing you remember is the last thing you heard. You know what I'm saying? So if Kendrick drops that bomb like that, that could kind of backfire, kind of like wash away those two. Like I don't know what the time limit is,
gotcha.
But you know what I mean?
No, I appreciate everything you said, man. I mean, I'm going to stand on my prediction. Folks, it's Tuesday night. Star is saying Drake will drop another headshot either Wednesday or Friday aimed at Kendrick Lamar. I'm saying that. I'm jumping out the window. Go ahead, finish up, man. I appreciate your patience. Go ahead.
Oh no! I mean that was pretty much what I wanted to say right there. Like I pretty much said everything I really wanted to say. I don't think Kendrick like really has it like to drop the bomb that everybody thinks that he's going to drop. Like he's never been battle tested like Drake. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake not only came at Meek Mill, but he came at Joe Budden. You feel me? He came at Pusha T. Right. You feel me? He came at Chris Brown. You feel me? Like when he did was at 4 p.m. in 4 p.m. in Calabasas. You feel me? Had Joel in his feelings, and I fuck with Joe's show. You feel me? I watched, but
that's my guy.
Yeah,
my guy.
Like nobody wanted smoke. Nobody wanted smoke. But again, you got Kendrick Lamar dropping disses. People respond to him, and then he disappears for a decade. I ain't with it.
Yeah. Hey man, I appreciate your support. Your name's Jesse, right?
Yeah, that's it. You can call me Dollar, though.
Yes, stay in touch, man. I like your input. Maybe we can get you back on when something happens or with either one of these guys drops soon, okay?
Yeah. I'm the hip hop bull, so I know a lot about the producers, the writers, and all of that good stuff. So like that's my thing.
Hit me via email, man, so I can have your information. Thank you.
All right, that's a bet.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. Good call. Good call. Folks, in case you're just now joining me, YouTube was down earlier, so I've been told by a few people. The mayor of Atlantic City, let me Google something here. Hold on, everybody, hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. And Sean, you're up next, man. Hold on a second. Sean, I'm coming to you next, man. Thank you for your patience. Give me a second. I gotta Google this. Maybe I should put this in the community section. Marty Small, the mayor of Atlantic City, in case you guys are not up to speed, his home was raided by the feds. He and his wife have been charged. His wife's name is Laquetta Small. I think she's some type of superintendent. Yeah. Superintendent at schools in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And Well, Marty, has been charged with abusing his daughter. And I don't know how old she is. Hang on a second. Okay, a teenager. Beat her unconscious with a broom. According to the story here, Reuters and other sources. Hold on a second. Damn. Associate Press. Atlantic City Mayor Marty Small and his wife were charged Monday with abusing and assaulting their teenage daughter on multiple occasions, include hitting her in the head with a broom and knocking her unconscious. Damn. Now, supposedly there's some type of iPad recording. Shit. A 15-year-old girl just turning 16. Troll babies. Anybody want to speculate? Was she trying to get an OnlyFans page? What the fuck is with that nigga? Didn't Creflo Dollar choke his teenage daughter, allegedly? Is she trying to get her subscribers up? This old nigga was up on the Breakfast Club 3 or 4 times. Sheesh. I just want to put that out there for those who don't know. Hey, Sean, thank you for your patience. Are you there? 520 Sean.
For sure, man.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yo, what's up, man? So this is, hey, I'm from 909, man, San Bernardino, California, man.
Okay.
I know you've been to LA many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you know what I mean? And I'm sure you know the IE, man, San Bernardino.
Okay.
The trenches. It's the trenches.
Are you born and
I got news for you.
Are you born and raised in San Bernardino?
Yeah. So I moved to Tucson when I was about 27 years old, but I'm born and raised in San Bernardino.
Have you ever heard of the US Festival? You ever heard of the US Festival?
No, I never have. Where's that at, bro?
San Bernardino, back in the 80s. I was there, coked out of my mind.
Oh, I was born in 77, man, so I was probably young. You know what I'm saying? Probably young, man. But
I saw one of my favorite I saw one of my favorite bands live, Missing Persons, and Jakey Lee had just joined up with Ozzy Osbourne. I saw him live. I was coked out of my fucking mind. San Bernardino. And I went there again on my on my road trip last year. Go ahead.
Oh, hell yeah. So I got news for the world out there, man.
Come on.
So SoCal, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, the elites in hip hop, man, they love Kendrick Lamar. But like the streets in SoCal, man, we don't fuck with Kendrick like that, man. And that's real, man.
Shit.
We don't fuck with him like that.
Come on.
Well, I'm dead serious, man. I'm dead serious, bro. Like if you now I'm old head though. I'm in my late 40s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you in Cali, man, you in Cali, we fuck with the game, man. We fuck with Flip 400.
Sir, can you watch the F-bomb, please? You're doing too much with the F-bomb, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please.
I'm sorry. We mess with Flip 400, rest in peace. We mess with we mess with like old school Cube, but Kendrick Lamar, man, he's not really, I don't know, man. Well, you don't see people bumping it though. Like it's not like something you don't hear people bumping To Pimp a Butterfly down the street, man. We don't do that, bro.
Okay.
It's not something that what I'm saying. We respect it. We respect the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And your boy Rory earlier, man, kind of pissed me off, man, because he was talking about how the West Coast don't have lyrics. Two of the best like battle rap songs of all time, man. You go Hit 'Em Up and No Vaseline. So I'm not sure what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Talking about we don't have lyrics. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But and as far as Kendrick goes, though, Kendrick don't have that battle rap spirit, man. Like Drake is a slayer of rappers, bro. Like he back to back, bro. I mean, on his own is just, man, like mad respect. I mean, Drake. I don't think Kendrick has it in him. I don't think he has it in him, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't. I don't.
Can I respond, sir? And I appreciate your donation.
Yeah,
but now,
go ahead.
Hang on. You say you're in your late 40s?
Yeah, late 40s. Yeah.
Okay. Now you do know that you're breaking code, man. West Coast niggas, they ride, man, with each other no matter what. You're breaking code, man. I mean,
Nah,
well, hang
breaking
on,
code.
hang on.
I'm just being real, bro.
Well, breaking stride, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Kendrick has racked up a lot of awards, man. He has gone on to achieve things that other West Coast rappers were not able to. I mean, and if we're talking West Coast, man, you have to talk about King T, and a host of others, man. You know, Spice One. I mean, you know, Mac Dre. Real niggas. No, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, and as I said, one of my favorite top 10 rappers, MC Ren. So, but now, he's achieved greatness. No ifs, ands, or buts. But let's bring it back for a second. You're riding with Drake. I heard that clearly. Does Kendrick have what it takes to come back?
I don't think he does, though, because that Control verse was a very generalized verse, man. It wasn't specific. Like, Drake picked apart Meek Mill. He picked him apart.
Okay.
Drake picked apart Rick Ross. He picked apart like 20 mofos in this last, like, you know what I'm saying?
Told Metro Boomin to shut up and make beats. Shut up.
Exactly. And just really witty stuff. Now Kendrick is a conceptual artist. The dude is he's a poet. He's a poet. 100%. I give him mad respect. He's made some amazing music, right? But Kendrick don't have it in him to battle though. And that's just what I'm saying. And I'm not saying it's nothing bad about it. And it'll as far as like the game gives Kendrick a lot of respect on interviews. Because he kind of has to give. It's almost like the elite in Los Angeles have to say, "Oh, Kendrick's great. But in reality, I'm not down the street. No one I know is bumping his stuff down the street, bro. It's not happening, man.
Okay.
It's almost like Eminem. Like we appreciate Eminem's styles, but no one's putting Slim Shady LP in there riding down the street. It's not happening. We sit back and appreciate what it is for what it is. But they don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now Eminem can't battle though. I mean, he can destroy rappers too. But Kendrick don't have that in him. He don't have that part in him. But yet he is an amazing lyricist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Your points are well taken. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm hearing you out. But okay, I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. All right, have a good night, man.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Please don't take me back. Guys on the screen, www.mikarabeauty.com. Okay, it's one of my sponsors. Okay, I read that one. Food, peace, and self-care. Mike Williams, I got your donation. Drake was on Nickelodeon. Okay. I'm not sure about that, but thank you. I mean, yeah, you're saying something else. I'm just not sure, but thank you. Vincent, I got your donation. Are you chiming in? What area code, sir? Vincent. What area code? I don't see anything. All City 614. Is it 614? Maybe this is him right here. That makes sense. All City 614. Is that Vincent?
Yes. Can you hear me, Scar?
How are you, man? You're lucky I read the whole goddamn thing. All City 614.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry about this, bro. But for real, I wanted to chime in on this whole shit.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to age myself, but I'm 47 years old.
Okay.
And then at the end of the fucking day,
Sir, you've got to watch the F-bombs. Come on, please.
Yeah, I know about the F-bombs.
Sheesh.
But this is my thing. Drake is a commercialized artist. Okay? He's a commercialized artist. He gets the push behind him. Kendrick could have the push if he wanted to, but he doesn't do that because he's not trying to be Drake. And at the end of the day, Star, Kendrick is a better lyricist than Drake. I grew up in the rap battle culture. I used to read you and Buck Wild's thing in the source that y'all had. So y'all was the end all be all. Yeah. But at the end of the day, man, you know, Kendrick is playing a game of chess. He's playing a game of chess.
Okay.
Let that little shit die.
Sir, you've got to watch the profanity. You can't do that. You just can't do it. I don't own YouTube.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Okay. At the end of the day, Kendrick's gonna let it die down.
Okay.
You know how like when you play chess, you make the opponent makes a move,
right?
And then you make a move. You have to think about your move, right?
Got you.
You have to think about your move in a game of chess. You know what I mean? I heard the Nigerian dude on here tonight. I've been watching your stream for like two hours or whatever. I heard him on here. He doesn't know anything about hip hop because this is something that we created. And then he asked the other brother, he gonna say, well, what language do you speak? I'm not gonna take up too many.
Well, sir, I enjoyed the conversation with the Nigerian. I was just a little thrown off by him, referring to racism because Africa's a continent made up of countries, and racism's not a thing over there. It's all tribes.
Did he speak?
Tribes. But go ahead.
Right, it is. But anyway, and then also about the lady from Columbus, Ohio that got killed.
Oh, yeah.
I think Kendrick gonna win this battle. Okay, I'm from Columbus, Ohio, boss. And that lady that got killed is known in the city. All she do is garden. She was only doing the Uber driving to just supplement her income.
Okay.
You feel me?
Condolences to the family, but now hang on a second. Why did she go up to the door? Thinking it was all gravy with the white man, old white man, huh?
Because she did not know. That's the whole point. She did not know.
Okay.
This is all over the news. They're saying the detectives is even saying that she did not know. They traced the phone calls and everything. She did not know. She got dispatched as a driver to go pick up this package.
Okay.
She does Uber. She doesn't do Lyft.
Yeah.
So
she did, sir. Past tense. She's gone now.
And she accepted it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the only other thing I want to talk about. But at the end of the day, Kendrick gonna win this.
Well, hang on a second. Never mind, Kendrick. Let's go back to the woman, 61 years of age.
Yes, sir. That's her.
Her family has got a lawsuit, if you ask me, against Uber.
Yeah. I just read that in the paper today, bro.
Yeah.
I just read that in the paper today, OG, and they said Uber reached out to her family, and Uber is basically apologizing to them for sending her to that assignment.
Right. Well, apologize with $20 million. Don't start all that forgiving. Don't start all that.
Right. I get it. I get it. But at the end,
don't start that flower bringing in slow singing nonsense. Break us off.
I get it.
Break us off with $20 million. And we'll move on, but we ain't forgiving nobody. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right. Star, I get that. I get that whole point. But at the end of the day, that man got charged with 3 homicide charges. He got charged with 3 homicide charges.
Yeah.
He shot her 3 times, bro.
Yeah.
He shot her 3 times. 1 time should have been enough. Why would he shoot her 3 times? She's out there yelling in front of the neighbors like, help me.
Yeah.
I'm from Ohio. I'm from Columbus. I'm from the capital. And nobody came out there to help her because she was a black woman in Clark County.
Yeah. Oh.
Ohio is racist, bro. Yeah. For real. And I'll be the first one to say that. But back to the beef, Kendrick is just sitting back. He plotting his moves. And he gonna do what he gonna do. He gonna prove his thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to say about Ross calling Drake a white boy or whatever. He's still part of our blood. He got 1 drop of black in him. You feel me? But maybe it ain't enough to handle this motherfucking war. Excuse my language.
Sir, you're killing the algorithm. Thank you. You're killing that. Thank you. Let's get him out of here, man. Jesus. Janet, thank you for being patient. I didn't know you were there. Good evening, Janet. Hey.
Hey, sir. How are you?
What's cracking, girl? Good to hear from you.
Well, I was calling about, what's that noise? Is that you?
Let me see if I can make it some type of adjustments here. Go ahead.
Okay. So I want to call in about this Drake thing, right?
Please.
What makes them think that K-Dot is gonna Drake is worthy of his response? Because everybody keep talking about Drake this, Drake that, right? But who is Drake as an artist? He has mimicked
the biggest
people and so many. I said, who is Drake as an artist?
The biggest.
They don't know who he is as a rapper, because he done mimicked everybody in every culture and everything that he done sat there and colonized for his own career.
Jesus.
And then he went online once Rick Ross did his thing, and people were unafraid to admit, finally was unable to admit that Rick Ross did his thing. Drake went online and called the man a racist in a mock phone call, mock text to his mom's, which was corny as heck.
Okay.
Right? And nobody saying that. He used that word racist. That was a whistle. That was a dog whistle.
Right,
and now you got all these people coming out saying that, oh, he used the word white boy. But nobody mind the word niggas and the blackface and all this other stuff that Drake was doing. Nobody mind none of that.
Right.
But as soon as Rick Ross called him a white boy, everybody want to run to his defense for Drake.
Mm-hmm.
But however, if you go in Drake's neighborhood, he'll have you arrested. What are you doing?
That's a fact.
What are you doing? I mean, like, come on, my people, please get it together. I need you all to think, because this right here may just be a simple rap battle, but it's showing people characters and it's showing what people really think. I mean, you had everybody on the show tonight. Now, listen, you had somebody from the motherland himself defending Drake like he was the second coming of Christ. You understand? And then you had your Caucasian, well, Rory gonna do Rory, and you had all these different opinions, but it all, they all center around Drake. Drake being the great white hope, not because of his style or not because of who he is as an artist or what he stands politically, because he done made all his money off the black community, but we don't see nothing that he has done for the black community. He has made some good commercial songs, but then again, he has colonized the music, and no one's saying anything, and it just behooves me to think that we're that blind. We can't be that blind as a culture.
You make some very good points. Very good points. I just want to say that.
I don't think that Kendrick thinks that Drake is worthy enough for a response, because he's not. I wouldn't even respond to him. I let him sit there and play that song, push up all he wants every day, every hour, every minute. But you won't get a response from me, not because that I don't know the game. It's that I don't think you're worthy to play the game.
I can respect what you've just said. However, what happens if Drake releases another diss track? Pow, this week. I'm saying Drake is coming back with round 2 either tomorrow, which will be, well, today's Wednesday, or Friday. I'm saying Drake is coming back this week. But more fire.
Well,
yeah. More fire.
When Drake and his writers and his rehearsal, if his rehearsal go well and he come back with a new song, if it's worthy, he has to find some writers that are worthy. Okay. Because if I was Kendrick, I wouldn't even look his way. I let him scream from the top of the rafters. I wouldn't say a word because he's not worthy. We don't even know who Drake is as an artist. We don't even know where he stands on the culture. We don't know none of that. But we always say, oh, that boy is bad. And y'all should.
Janet talking that talk tonight. Pay attention.
Nigga.
Let's go, Janet.
I'm sorry, but he do. He call you nigga every time he get a chance.
Right.
Yeah, he play your black woman now as a 2-bit whore. You don't see him walking around trying to get behind some ladies that have went to school.
You call Drake by that K word, woo! You gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
And don't you dare say it, Janet. Don't you dare say it.
Because I was about to say it, but I wasn't going to say that word. But I was going to say now, suppose he would have called You know what? I wish Rick Ross would have called him. I wish he would have called him a hunky. That's what I wish he would have called, or a peckerwood, or something like that. Then y'all can say something, because it is just as it's almost to the degree of the word of the N word.
Okay.
And then what would you have said? Then what would y'all have said? Y'all all online. Y'all got people pulling all kinds of records from Rick Ross past. He got helicopters in the sky taking pictures of Rick Ross' house. And nobody is saying anything.
Jenny, you're on fire. You're on fire. You've said enough.
No.
You said enough. You said enough.
Okay.
No,
all right.
No, hey, no,
all right.
No, stay with me. Nobody can follow your commentary on that particular topic. Anything you want to say about the woman in Ohio fucking around with Ofe, going to get a package? Condolences to the family. R.I.P. You see the video?
It's a sad commentary where someone could work all their lives, get a pension, get their Social Security, and still not have, they tax Social Security, and still not have enough to survive, that you have to go out here and get a second job. Yeah. You have to get a second job after you done worked and did all you want, and only to get that second job for some damn, can I say the word hunky?
Call him a cracker, deranged cracker. Call him.
He wasn't deranged. I'm not going to give him that word deranged, because that gives him an excuse for his actions. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Go ahead,
I'm not going to say deranged. I'm not going to say deranged.
Go ahead,
he was racist. He felt entitled, and he felt entitled enough that he could take this woman's life and not be prosecuted for it. And you know what? At the end of the day, he's not going to be prosecuted. So we might as well get ready to start marching, because they're not going to put this man in jail, and they're going to say it was self-defense and stand your ground. They're going to go all kinds of things at us. And you know what? We're going to have some teasers on a podcast and calling up on shows and saying, oh, well, he's kind of elderly. Gotcha. And he, but you know what? If it was your grandfather, they would have beat his face into the goddamn dirt if he would have shot a white woman. You better wake up, people. Wake up.
Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Janet.
Just wake up.
Thank you, Janet.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Whew.